Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to McCreary Central High School in South Central Kentucky. A beautiful evening, a terrific night here. It's homecoming, and it's the first district game of the season for both. Actually, beg your pardon, this is the second district game for McCreary Central, who went down to Bell last weekend. But again, we are excited about a great night of football. It is a beautiful night. Glad to have you along. The Golden Lion Sports Network, WRNZ, on Facebook, YouTube, and CKY TV. Again, it is great to have everybody along tonight. I got Scott Boland, I got Caleb Grasham, and they're working hard to get you ready for everything you're going to need to know tonight as it's Garrard County, McCreary Central, first district game for the Golden Lions. And we'll get to it coming up next right here on the Golden Lion Sports Network.
Go 2x2, fellas, 2x2.
Loosen them up, loosen them up.
Let's go, big boy. You ready to go? Huh? Let's get after it today.
Ready? Move!
Boom. If they're on offense and they pass the ball, you'll pass. If they run the ball, you'll run. Do you understand me? There he is.
Good.
Focus on your key.
If he's in a 2, remember, I'm going down, and you work to the backside back. Okay? We got to stay on our blocks and stay on our blocks. We're fine. Get off the football.
Let's go. I'm not doing this.
Touchdown, Garrard County! Garrard County Athletics are proudly brought to you by the Bob Allen Motor Mall, Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, the Irving Group, Realtors and Auctioneers, the Hunt Insurance Agency, First Southern National Bank, Sutton Pharmacy, Toyota of Somerset, Farmers National Bank, Holly Peak with Exit Realty, Danville Office Equipment, and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrard County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place, and that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
I'm a homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers, no one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to McCreary Central for tonight's district opener for the Garrard County Golden Lions, as we have traveled all the way to Stearns, Kentucky. Just get out on the road and head south. 27 hour and a half left.
Any road to do.
You'll get down here, as tonight the Garrard County Golden Lions are looking to open up the district competition with their first win in the district. McCreary comes into the game 2-4, having lost to Hart County, Pineville, Wayne County, and Bell County, with big wins over Clinton County and Jackson. And we're excited to bring the action tonight. Before we get started, Coach, we got to talk a little bit about the surroundings. We are on top of the press box. I feel like we're on top of the world. It's about 20 degrees cooler up here than it is at ground level.
We're kind of in the holler.
We're kind of in the holler. We're looking around. We've got lots to talk about tonight, Garrard County Golden Lion football. But before anything, I feel safe up here because there's bears around here. And literally there's bears. Just look it up on Google. We've got some stories. But we're so excited that you're with us tonight. We're going to come back after our first break, and we're going to talk about lots of Garrard County, McCreary County football facts. We're going to get you ready for tonight's football action. We're going to preview everything that we have going on as Garrard County comes into tonight looking to start their district battle 1-0. We'll be back here with the pregame. This is Caleb Gresham, Jeff Jacobson, Scott Boland. You're listening to Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrard County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
That's all right.
All right, you ready? Stand by.
And welcome back, folks, as we are just over 15 minutes before tonight's kickoff at McCreary Central, where Garrard County Golden Lions have traveled down to open up tonight's battle, as Garrard County Golden Lions, according to our main man, Daniel Hopkins, as we always like to get into our Daniel Hopkins history, as we come down tonight is the first time, Caleb, that Garrard County has ever traveled to Whitley City or Stearns, where we're at. We're 3-0 in the all-time in the series. We were supposed to come down here in 2020, but COVID restrictions restricted that trip. Garrard County won the last meeting 54-15. Austin Adams rushed for 89 yards and 2 scores, and Trent Nyson tacked on a late touchdown run as well. Also in 2019, Garrard County defeated McCreary Central 38-6 as Jacob Hacker, Christian Hansford, Jules Hale, and Austin Adams all scored rushing touchdowns, and Braden Justice caught a touchdown pass for Garrard County. County. Thank you to Daniel Hopkins, as he always fills us with all the good stuff for Garrard County. Coach, let's talk a little bit about tonight's matchup. Coming down, McCreary Central 2-4, 0-1 in the district. Garrard County looking to start the district battle. McCreary, as you talked about, has 2 or 3 kids that can really, really play.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Scott, I'm just excited for Garrard County kind of be back on the field. The last time, that Garrard was on the field, had a big win against Anderson County at home. It was homecoming.
Right.
And man, we've talked about what a fun environment that was. The crowd was so excited. The community kind of showed up in throngs there. And, man, I tell you, just excited to kind of make this trip down to Stearns tonight. It is a little bit different setup here.
Very much so.
And we're up here on top of the press box. Our man, Coach Bowles, already got his winter jacket on.
I don't want to get cold.
Well, I tell you,
I am cold.
I've told our crew here, I'm glad we're here September the 30th instead of November the 15th.
100%.
Because it would definitely be a little bit of a different atmosphere here. But, you're right, Scott. Before the game, I was down on the field talking to Coach Hester, Coach Crutchfield, Coach Centers here, and the Garrard County coaching staff. And this is a really talented McCreary Central football team kind of coming in tonight.
Right.
You're going to see got a lot of weapons. Garrard County's got to come into tonight's matchup kind of on their A game, really ready to kind of knock some of that rust off from the bye week, and really kind of come out tonight ready to play some football.
Make sure you let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. Elijah Jones already says, let's go GC. And head coach Evan Preston listen in tonight as he says, Bolin, your hair looks phenomenal up there. I think that's what he meant. I'm not exactly sure that's what he said, but that's 100% what he meant. And so, folks, we'll take another 1-minute break, and we'll be back 12 minutes and 45 seconds before tonight's kickoff here in Stearns. Go ahead and make sure you text your friends. Share us on Facebook. Tell us we also have a YouTube app and Roku that you can look into. So any way that you can, make sure you let everybody know Garrard County Golden Lions football is about to kick off. This is Golden Lions Sports Network.
I'm homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
And welcome back, folks, as we are just now approaching the 11-minute mark before tonight's kickoff. Make sure you let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. Jen Payne, the Chandler Payne's mom, says, let's go GC. She's thankful for these broadcasts, and you're right, Coach. This is a great opportunity. We want people to come out. We had a phenomenal crowd at homecoming.
It was special.
2 weeks ago. It was great to see the community out there, and a game like this where it is not exactly in our back door, this gives everybody an opportunity to continue to follow the Lions, continue to see the great things that this coaching staff is building, and to make sure that they know that they're cheering on these kids.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Scott. We're real blessed to kind of be able to bring tonight's broadcast. We're also excited to be live on 105.1 tonight with our broadcast partner, Hometown Live, our Hometown Radio. And you can also kind of check out tonight's broadcast on hometownlive.net. And I tell you, we've talked a lot about this, a new coaching staff, new systems kind of coming in for the Garrard County Gold Lions. I know that I can definitely speak on behalf of the coaching staff. Wasn't crazy about the record, kind of leading into the bye week, but really excited. Two things: Garrard County is kind of getting healthier, maybe at the right time, as well as really pleased with the effort against Anderson County.
And where we talked about that, Coach, that's what we see each and every week. We'll go ahead and take another break as we're about to pay tribute to our great country with the playing of the national anthem. We'll be right back. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
Hey, scoot this table back.
And welcome back, folks, as that was the McCreary Central Band as they played the national anthem tonight to pay tribute to our great country. We are just now about 8 minutes away from tonight's kickoff, and we're excited to bring this action to you as we have a little different of a view here, but it is really cool to be able to see this kind of stuff. Again, we like to communicate with everybody. Make sure you let us know where you're watching. Go ahead and send your thoughts to these kids because we like to bring that to you and bring that out to the whole world that's listening to us here. Coach, let's preview tonight's game a little bit. As tell us a little bit about what you know, as you're the XNO guru. I know everybody thinks I am because of how much I not know.
Volleyball,
soccer.
football.
You just pick it up. We're gonna have it. But tell us a little bit. You've watched some huddle. You've watched a little bit of McCreary Central. What do we expect to see tonight from the Raiders?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, Scott. I was able to kind of watch some of the huddle film, from McCreary Central. And I want to tell you, number 2, Connor Cordell is a really nice player for Madison Central. Number 11, Camara Gigolo is a really nice player. They have got some really nice players.
They do.
And
again,
this is not, kind of game that, Garrard County does make a long bus trip down.
Mm-hmm.
We got here a little bit before 5:30. The team rolled in right at 5:30. So, it wasn't the easiest bus trip to kind of come down here tonight. And, man, you get off the bus, McCreary Central celebrating homecoming.
Yes.
So kind of that atmosphere that Garrard County had against Anderson County, McCreary's kind of trying to duplicate that here tonight. And what McCreary Central is going to do is they're going to spread the field. They're going to do a lot of their offensive formations in shotgun. We noticed before the game, McCreary County is really big up front.
Right.
Really big up front. So, Garrard County is going to have to really, kind of limit those big plays from McCreary Central here tonight. And again, folks, I'm telling you, number 2 and 11 can flat out play the game.
And it's really cool where we're standing because visually we can see a little bit better where how the plays develop. We've been in some peculiar places this year, but we're also up here with Mark Centers and Coach John Teeter. So if we need to radio in a touchdown play at any time, I'll grab the headset, we'll switch out, and I'll give Spencer or Coach Crutchfield the touchdown play because I'm sure he's down there waiting.
You've got a good percentage.
Yeah,
so far.
I do. So far, so good.
2 for 2?
No, I'm 3 for 3. I'm calling the touchdown.
I'm trying to cheat you.
I didn't call the play, but I called when it was coming. So I always tease them that I am on the staff. When Coach Centers was here, he put me on staff as placeholders coach. So
it's
all
very
important.
Purpose.
Laces out, finger down, and keep watching. That's kind of what you have to do. So for Garrard County, we talked a lot about what McCreary Central is going to do tonight. What are some things that we have to do? How do we make that adjustment? Because like you said, Cordell and Gigolo are phenomenal athletes. How do we adjust to that?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, the game for Garrard County is going to be won and lost up front.
Mm-hmm.
Garrard County kind of comes in tonight's matchup, I think, with an advantage kind of up front on the offense and defensive lines. So, I really expect a really nice effort from Garrard County's offensive line. line. Really like to see Simmons and Peak kind of get some carries, kind of hurt the McCreary Central defense, as well as give Parsons some times. Man, I tell you, you give Parsons some time. You know, we've seen Element come through with some big catches for the goal lines. We've seen Peak and Simmons weapons for Garrard County here tonight. Garrard County does come in tonight's matchup. Landon Davis is out, and so that's unfortunate for Landon, unfortunate for Garrard County as well. But I do think Garrard County kind of comes in tonight's matchup with an emphasis on let's win the game in the trenches.
And you're right. I'll go back to a little bit to what you first started. When you have Simmons and Peak, you got to see it a little bit 2 weeks ago as it came down to it's almost like a little bit of thunder and lightning, right? So Simmons runs really, really hard, very physical, runs between the tackles and likes to get down there and make contact. And Cam is more outside, get around the edges, and you can see the afterburners, and they're really difficult for a team to prepare for.
Oh, that's no doubt about that. And I think that's a great description from Malachi, and Cam as well here tonight. So really expect a big effort here tonight.
And so, folks, like we said, we are ready for tonight's football action as the captains are coming out to meet at midfield. Coach Crutchfield is followed by Parsons, Sula, Eisen, and Element as they're going to have the white pants with a cardinal with a gold stripe down the side. Oh, I like it. With cardinal just on the outside, and they'll have gold numbers with cardinal helmets with a gold power G. That's a power G. I like that power G, as I have one on my car that Coach Kevin Crutchfield was able to bring to me, and man, it makes me feel important when I'm riding around town doing home visits and have that power G on there. We'll go ahead and take our last break before we get started tonight. 3 minutes to go before tonight's kickoff action in this district opener in Stearns, Kentucky. Garrard County Golden Lions visiting McCreary Central. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrard County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank. Your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
And welcome back, folks, as we are momentarily awaiting tonight's kickoff as Garrard County's captains are coming off the field, as I didn't see who exactly won the flip out there, who will do what, but I was getting, Coach Gresham, you're very familiar with this, but I was getting some inside baseball here from Coach Centers as he has the headset, and I'm standing elbow to elbow with Coach Centers, and he was like, I asked him, I said, now who are you talking to directly? So he's giving me a little bit of inside baseball.
Now you all don't switch headsets.
I know. Okay. Wouldn't that be interesting? So we might at some point in time switch headsets here, Coach Centers and I. What do you think Coach Crutchfield would do if all of a sudden he hears my voice come over and I say, no, change that play?
I think it depends on the score. I mean, if the score
kind of mood he was in.
Yeah, I think if the score is not in Gold Line's favor, I don't think you would enjoy that, Coach.
Here's the funny thing. So Coach Crutchfield is already looking up here 3 or 4 times, obviously looking at Coach Centers and everybody, but it makes me think I'm important.
Oh,
so when he looks at me, I'm going to be like, yes,
like
come
that
on.
Power G on
like
your
the Power G. So I'm going to give him the let's go get it. Garrard County will be receiving tonight's kickoff as McCreary Central will defer to the second half as we are anxiously awaiting is 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and I tell you, again, I think this first possession a lot of times will set the tone for the game. Again, Garrett County coming off a bye week, kind of being off last week. Sometimes you kind of have to worry about kind of finding the rhythm, finding the sync, kind of getting things going back in the right direction. And McCreary kind of coming in this game with some really big play potential. I think it's really important for Garrett County to get the ball first, kind of set the tone for the game with this first possession.
Now, folks, we are going to get to all our shout-outs as we go along, as it's going to be a little bit different tonight because of our setup. We don't exactly have the ease ability that we normally have to get to everybody, to say the least. So we are on the fly, but we are nothing if we are not flexible. Big shout-out to Eli Jones that had a birthday on Thursday, 19th birthday, as he is always very dedicated to cheering for the Lions, as he always says, let's go GC.
Emily Hanchel says, go Lions. Donna Hawker, go Garrett.
Gigolo with the kickoff, as it's going to be a dribbler. It's going to be fielded by Chandler Payne, as looking for an opening as he's got one up the middle, as he's going to be hit about the 30. He's going to fall forward to about the 34, where Garrett County will have it 1st and 10.
Good field position, for Garrett County. Great job by Chandler. Kind of bobbled the kickoff just for a second, but got it, went straight up the field to get as much yardage, as he possibly can.
Which one you want?
Zach Doan said, let's get it, guys. So big shout out to Zach Doan for listening tonight.
Coach just looked at me. He said, which one do you want? And he had a bunch of plays there, so I just picked the one that scored.
You're going to give me a nervous breakdown.
Shotgun formation as Justin Parsons in his 5th game for the Golden Lions, starting as the quarterback is going to put Peak in motion. Simmons just to his rear out of the pistol formation, as Simmons is going to get it going to the right side. He's going to cut back up the middle and will fall forward. Nice run, first down effort, as he's going to gain about 6. It'll be 2nd down and a 4 for the Garrett County Golden Lions from their own 42-yard line.
So I tell you, Garrett County Caleb Centers and the offensive line doing a great job of kind of blocking down there. Andrew Sparks and Mason Sula kind of came around and kind of pulled. Garrett picked up some nice yardage there, 6 yards on 1st down, and Malachi was really patient.
He was
with that run right there.
You're exactly right. Going to have twins to the left, twins to the right for Justin Parsons as he looks over the McCreary County defense. Going to hand off same play this time, as Simmons is going to be tackled there by the big left tackle, number 68, Gavin Cordell, as we have he's a big boy. Yeah, you said it earlier.
Yeah, McCreary Central is really big up front. So when you're going against a team with the size and the strength that McCreary Central has, you're going to have to get low, and you're going to have to use leverage to kind of get yourself between you and the ball carrier to kind of get him moved in the right angle.
Right before that snap, as you can see, they're walking all 11 guys up within 5 yards of the offensive line. As this time it's going to be Cam Peak, as he's going to get a 1st down. And Morris, he's going to make it. Go Cam Peak! Go Cam Peak!
Oh,
go baby! Move. Go! Keep going! As he's finally going to be tripped up, but not before he gets well into McCreary Central territory and be tackled at the McCreary Central 20. And Coach, we just said one of the things that they like to do is walk everybody up the line, but when we bust through that initial pressure, it's just lots of green for Cam.
Yeah, so when you've got a defense playing like that, it's kind of feast or famine. So what we saw right there on that 2nd down play, you saw the McCreary Central defense doing a good job and kind of limiting Garrett to kind of no gain. But what you saw on that 3rd down play was Cam Peak kind of bust about a 35-yard gain for Garrett County.
Urban Group scoreboard in the first drive tonight is 0-0, as Cam Peak's going to go in motion to the right. Simmons going to get the handoff up the middle, as he's going to be shed one tackler and just absolutely drag another one, as Jacob Cecil finally gets Malachi Simmons down. But, I don't want to go ahead and tab them as Thunder and Lightning, but, Coach, it kind of looks a lot like that.
It sure does. There ain't no doubt about that. Our man Chuck Hunt is listening.
Chuck
saying,
Hunt.
Let's go, Big GC. Get a big district win.
Love Chuck Hunt. We so appreciate Hunt Insurance and their support of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Garrett County is going to be 2nd and 2 from the 16-yard line. Parsons awaiting the snap. He's going to hand off to Cam Peak this time on the right side. Cuts it back up the middle. Same play. 1st down and more, as he's down inside the 10, where it'll be 1st and goal. Garrett County from about the 7.
Well, I tell you, we've talked about how big McCreary is up front, but in the pregame, I really thought Garrett would have an advantage up front. And man, Mason Sula did a really nice job of kind of blowing his man off the ball, driving him real back in McCreary Central's kind of secondary there, and allowing Garrett County pick up a big 1st down and goal here.
It's going to be 1st and goal, Garrett County from the 7. Simmons to the right, Peak to the left. Chandler Payne is going to be one-on-one out to the right side as Peak is going to have it this time handing off to the right as he'll be hit in the backfield, but will fall forward to the original line of scrimmage for no gain as it will be 2nd and goal.
Our man Sean Sinkhorn saying new season 0-0 in the district.
That's right, man. Sean Sinkhorn, if you all don't follow Sean on Facebook, you should. He does some amazing drawings. He did one this week of EKU. Of course, he was a former EKU manager as he was here at Garrard County. Does a phenomenal job. You need to follow him. As I forgot earlier, that was a Bob Allen first down as Parsons is going to hand one off, this time to Simmons as he's going to drive the pile forward for maybe a yard, gets inside the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from let's say the 4-yard line.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Definitely kind of, 4-down territory here for Garrard County. Coach Chester's really imploring the offensive line to kind of really get fired up and kind of come off the ball and kind of drive the McCreary County defenders into the goal line and allow Garrard County to score. Hey, Garrard County's already used up half of this first quarter this first drive, Scott.
Absolutely, and that's what they want. They want to make sure that they slow down the possessions as Peak's going to get on the right side. He's got some room. Get inside. Touchdown, Garrard County. No flags on the play as Cam Beak goes off to the right and goes in from 4 yards for a Garrard County touchdown. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrard County 6, McCreary Central 0 as Zach Daly attempts to tack on the extra point.
So we've talked a lot about how the offensive line is really blocking and performing. Right there, Hayden Elliman doing a great job of stock blocking, kind of blocking his guy and allowing Cam to get in the end zone there.
Zach Daly waiting on the snap as Hayden Elliman is the holder for the Garrard County Golden Lions. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. And with that, Garrard County Golden Lions strike first on your Urban Group scoreboard. It is 7-0. Garrard County. We'll be back. 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on the Golden Lion Sports Network.
First-time homeowner, I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
And welcome back, folks, as Garrard County strikes first here in Stearns, Kentucky, as they are first on the Urban Group scoreboard as they lead McCreary Central Raiders 7-0, 7:40 to go here in the first quarter as Zach Daly is set to put the toe to it for the Garrard County Golden Lions as he's going to kick a high one there. Really like that as it's going to be fielded this time by Kyrie. Is that right? Yeah, that's Kyrie Gigolo as he has no gain as Garrard County does a really nice job getting him quickly.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this is what I'm really excited to see here, Scott. I'm really excited to kind of see how the Garrard County defense kind of defends McCreary Central Raiders. Again, we talked about McCreary Central's really got some big play potential here, so really interesting to kind of see how the defensive line plays for Garrard County and how well Garrard tackles and pursues to the football to limit big plays.
1st and 10, McCreary Central in their first possession as they have it from their own 26-yard line as they have Peyton Higginbotham is their quarterback as he is going to put a teammate in motion looking to throw the football as it's going to be tipped as he was trying to look for Maddox McKinney, his 6'3 senior, as Higginbotham is a freshman. It seems like obviously we've played a freshman in Justin Parsons as the quarterback, but it seems like we've faced 2 or 3 freshmen this year that other teams are starting as well.
And I tell you, the thing that really concerned the Garrard County coaches was his ability to kind of get out and kind of scramble and kind of run with the football.
2nd and 10, Raiders, as Higginbotham is going to fake the handoff as it's a busted play out to the right side as he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Nathaniel Daugherty as he will gain about 5, maybe 6. We'll say it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Raiders.
You know, I tell you, I think we saw his ability to kind of scramble right there. It looked like a busted play from McCreary Central. He did a great job of kind of tucking it, kind of getting outside and gaining up a big, 6 yards for McCreary Central. I think Coach Chester is telling Daugherty kind of stay home. Don't over pursue. If the flow goes away, stay for a couple of seconds, make sure it don't come back, which is kind of exactly what happened right there.
6:55 to go as this quarter continues to roll, Coach. As like we said, this is only the first possession for the Raiders as they're going to have twins to both sides as Higginbotham is going to have in a pistol formation as he's going to hand it off quickly to number 5 is Blake Botts. And Botts is going to have the first down as he falls over to about the 36-yard line where it'll be a first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, and so, again, you kind of see some of these weapons that McCreary Central has here. So, Garrard County kind of needs to just stay, play really nice fundamental base defense and be able to kind of make tackles in the backfield to not allow McCreary Central's running backs and wide receivers to get out in the open field.
Botts is going to be to the left. Logan Mitchell to the right of Higginbotham, 1st and 10 as he's going to hand it off to Botts off the right side, trying to find area to go as he's going to be hit by the whole interior line of Garrard County. It looks like Houston Cloud is in on that, Mason Sula. Can't really tell who else, but an excellent job that time by the interior line of Garrard County.
Yeah, and I tell you, we talked about before the game how important it is for Garrard County to pursue the football. And as the whistle blew, 10 Garrard County defenders was right there making that play there. So, great pursuit right there for Garrard County.
2nd and 11 for the Raiders. Trips to the right as Higginbotham trying to throw it off. He's going to be pressured out by Bullock as he's going to throw one long. He's going to have an opening as it's going to be caught by McKinney. Maddox McKinney hits one down in Garrard County territory where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and Garrard was really close to kind of making a big sack on the quarterback there. Quarterback doing a great job of extending the play, kind of finding an open receiver for a big first down for McCreary Central.
1st and 10 Raiders. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter as Higginbotham is going to be in a pistol formation. Botts directly behind as he's going to drop to throw looking left as he's going to throw one to McKinney. It's going to be dropped just a little bit. It's thrown just a little bit behind. But Coach, you look at McKinney. McKinney's
nice
a big boy. I mean, he's 6'3", 190 pounds as he is a really big target out there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, he's one of their big weapons there out front. They've ran 2 slant plays, and both passes have been a little high. Now, one of the things you always tell your quarterback, when you throw a slant, you throw it low. You don't throw it high because if you throw it high, it increases the chance of an interception.
You beat me to it. I was going to get to that technical part. Thanks for beating me to it. It's going to be a handoff this time to number 12, Mitchell, as he's going to bounce it out to the right side. And he's finally going to be ran down by Cam Peak as Cam got a hand on him and couldn't quite get a really good grip on him at first, but he hung in it and was able to take him down after the gain of about 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Raiders.
Maddie Lay has checked in saying,
Maddie
go GC.
Day Lay. I tell you what, her and Sis Logan just finished up their 6th and 7th grade year this year. We're so thankful for Maddie and Sis, the work they do with our ladies at the middle school. I know Evan Preston, our head coach, is so thankful for that as well, and the groundwork that they continue to lay. It's going to be 3rd and 6, Garrard County from the 31-yard line. Higginbotham looking over the Garrard County defense on the right side. He's going to throw one straight up in the air as Chandler Payne is defending, as that was intended for Kamara Gigolo.
So I tell you, Payne did a great job of staying back there and kind of making a good play. But I'm going to tell you right now, Mason Sula really kind of penetrated up in the backfield and got those big arms up. So the quarterback had to really kind of throw it high to try to make sure Mason didn't back it down. Daryl and Lisa Seabold has checked in saying,
Daryl, I tell you what, when I was a principal, I got to see Daryl every day. I told him, I said, Daryl, we're just going to put you on retainer. Daryl is a phenomenal dude. As his granddaughter is playing for the Lady Lions, and Sarah Jennings, and man, can she play. She's going to have an outstanding season. As we're going to have one down the left side, it's going to be overthrown as McKinney had a little inside-out move. Had a really nice job there, but it's overthrown. Garrett County will take over on downs, 1st and 10.
So I tell you what, Garrett County called a break right there,
They
Scott. Good play call by the McCreary County Central offensive play caller. Kind of caught Garrett County in the defensive formation, or just the way they carried out the defensive responsibilities. The wide open receiver, luckily for Garrett County, the ball was kind of overthrown here. Stephanie Provard has checked in saying, let's pray for these boys. They need the strength. Go Garrett.
Let's go GC. That's exactly right. 1st and 10. Garrett County. Simmons is going to be directly behind Parsons. Trips to his left as he's going to hand it off to Simmons off the left side, as he's going to follow the blocking of Caleb Centers, as he's our outstanding center, as he really does a good job getting the offensive line and getting the boys in the right spots, as you can never, ever take someone like that for granted.
Jordan Conway has checked in. He's some of this Payne fan.
Fan
fan base here.
I tell you what, the Payne fan base. I think Jen said she's checking in from Jacksonville, Florida. Absolutely. As I hope everything is fine down there. I have some good friends in Jacksonville I've been talking to, and they said that they've called quite a bit of it, but they are going to be fine. It's going to be hand off to Cam Peak off the left side. Good blocking that time off by Simmons. Malachi, as he's got a couple people to beat, he's going to turn it back in, get a couple extra yards into McCreary Central territories. That's a Bob Allen first down for Garrett County, and they will have 1st and 10 from the 42.
So I tell you, really love seeing Malachi get out there and making that block, Scott. That's one of those things you can kind of tell the culture of the team is kind of where it needs to be when those running backs are kind of blocking for one another. I think we got a timeout on the field.
1st and 10, Garrett County, and we will take a timeout as well. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Garrett County leads on your Urban Group scoreboard and driving 7-0. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football on the Golden Lion Sports Network.
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
And welcome back, folks, as Garrett County has have some ball 1st and 10. Is going to hand off the right side. Probably a face mask there that was missed, as Simmons is going to lose 2 on that as he kind of slipped a little bit, trying to make it out the right side. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Billy Goldsmith has checked in.
Coach.
And he always, man, we really appreciate Billy always keeping Kendall McCain in our prayers. And Billy says, let's go get this big district win. Go Lions.
Absolutely. Always praying for our man, Kendall McCain. Go to church with Kendall. They've had some really good reports on Kendall. We're excited that he's making progress, but he's not there yet. So don't forget our main man, Kendall McCain. 2nd and 12 from the McCreary 43-yard line, as Simmons is going to get a block for Peak out the right side, as Gigolo is going to get to him, as well as Jacob Cecil. Probably a gain of about 5, maybe 6, where it's going to be 2nd and about 7, as we have an injured McCreary Central player, as that is Gigolo. I think he's going to be okay.
I think he got shook up.
He got shook up, may have twisted a little bit, as the trainer is out to him, and he has him up, probably an ankle, as he's going to make his way off the field under his own power, as that's always good to see, as it's 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 7, Golden Lions from the McCreary Central 43-yard line. Need to get to the 32 for a first down.
Catherine Levels checked in saying, let's go GC.
I love Kathleen Levels. She is one of the Saints, man. I absolutely love that young lady, and she is one of the best. 3rd and 7 as Hayden Element in motion for the Golden Lions, trying to draw McCreary Central off sides, and they do not. So head coach Spencer Crutchfield takes a timeout, and we will as well. Urban Group scoreboard reads Garrett County 7, McCreary Central 0. 1:53 to go in the first quarter. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football on the Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrett County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all dealmaker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank. Your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area.
And welcome back, folks, as Parsons is going to throw one out to the flat to Peak, as he's got one person to beat, as Gigolo comes back in, as he was able to come back in the timeout. Going to be a flag on the play. I think that's going to be a personal foul, out of bounds, late hit type deal. Do you believe, Coach?
I don't. I think they're going to call holding. They're either going to call holding on Garrett or they're going to call a face mask against McCreary Central.
Well, it was a one-on-one situation. He didn't throw
it's going
it.
to be holding Garrett County.
Well, I don't agree with that. That's no good. Hey, speaking of which, one of our probably the most famous, to me anyway, McCreary Raider is Mr. Raider Rob Jones listening in tonight. I tell you what, I absolutely love Rob Jones.
Mr. McCreary Central.
Mr. McCreary Central. I mean, if you think of McCreary Central from my standpoint, first person I think about is Rob Jones and then Wade Davis. Those are my two that I go to immediately, as Mr. Rob Jones is a phenomenal guy. We absolutely love him. Spent many times and built a phenomenal program here at McCreary Central. Handoff this time to Simmons up the middle. He's got makes one person miss, makes two people miss, dragging the whole pile. Keep going, Malachi, as he gets down inside the 5-yard line. What a run for another Bob Allen first down, where it'll be 1st and goal. Garrett County Golden Lions from the 4-yard line.
So I tell you right now, Kentucky hasn't had number 24 in the backfield, Chris Rodriguez.
That's what you're going to see tomorrow.
And he drives like a truck. Well, folks, Malachi Simmons just carried the football like Chris Rodriguez carries the football. I mean, he ran the football there with a purpose.
Yes, sir.
And he was running like he was angry, and, man, I sure wouldn't want to get in his path as he goes towards the goal line.
1:15 to go on your Urban Group scoreboard. Garrett County leads 7-0, looking to tack on another score here, as Parsons will go underneath Caleb Centers, right underneath center, as he is going to put a couple people in motion. Unfortunately, it was at the wrong time. That's going to be offsides, Garrett County.
So Garrett got back into kind of a wing T formation set there, and what I think Garrett County wanted to do was run a buck sweep with Cam Peak, but Malachi Simmons kind of jumped and just kind of jumped a little too soon there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was going to be a buck. It was going to be a buck sweep because it's deer season. That's what they usually try to go to buck.
We saw a couple.
We were looking for the bear, so we turned off, and I was in the process of telling you this is where the bear is, because I heard about the bear from my main man Jeff Singleton. He told me about it.
He says it is true.
But there was 3 deers there, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. As Simmons is going to get it this time on the left side, as he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage by Jacob Cecil, and then driven back by a couple of guys. I think it's Damon Coffey was one of them, where it'll be a loss of about 4.
Dion McPherson has checked in saying, let's
Dion.
go GC.
Tell you what, man, Dion could flat play football. I loved watching him back in the day for Garrard County. He was a couple years younger than me. As now, if you looked at us, you would say he's about 15 years younger than me. But he's just a couple. But he was a phenomenal player.
Selena Willoughby's checked in saying, let's go GC.
Let's go GC, as it's 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Going to be the last play of the quarter for Garrard County, as it's going to be second and goal. Going to give it to Cam Peak, as he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Really nice job defensively by number 33, Chase Boland. And that brings us to the end of the quarter. When we come back, Garrard County will have a third and goal from the 16-yard line. You are listening to Garrard County Golden Lions football as they lead here tonight. McCreary Central 7-0. This is Golden Lions Sports Network.
As a first-time homeowner, I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
And welcome back, folks. Garrard County has a third and goal from the McCreary Central 15-yard line as they are leading on the Urban Group scoreboard 7-0. Parsons is going to be flanked on both sides by running backs Peak and Simmons, as he's going to drop back to roll to his right, looking to throw the ball. It's going to be a completed pass out to the right. It's going to get down to about the 5-yard line, as it looks like, is that Nathaniel Daughtery possibly? Yes. As Daughtery is going to have the completion. It'll be a fourth and goal from about the 5-yard line, as Garrard County is going to bring in some substitutes, and it looks like they're going to kick a field goal. Coach, is this possible? Can this really happen?
It's about to happen.
Is this real life?
It's about to
I
happen.
love it. Let's go,
Yeah.
Zach Daly, as he is going to line up to attempt. I can't do the math. Whatever. It's from the 7-yard line.
24-yard field goal.
So we're looking
17 yards.
Oh,
back.
17 yards.
So
I don't even.
You got to think 10 yards in the end zone.
Yep.
And the snapper 7 in
Oh,
the back.
see, that's what that
You
makes
do
sense. As waiting on the snap, as Elman with a good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up, and get in there, baby. That is good. Wow. Field goal by Zach Daly, as that pushes the Garrard County lead out to 10-0 on your Urban Group scoreboard. Coach, let's stay right here. We've got that was monumental, as what an unbelievably great job. Love to see him put points on the board.
So I tell you, Zach Daly's turned into a weapon.
He is.
For this Garrard County football team
Absolutely.
here. You know, been perfect on extra points the whole year, and talking to his dad, Fred Daly. You know, Fred kept talking about he feels like he's got the length to kind of kick some field goals. And I tell you, Fred spits the truth. So, man,
facts.
Zach Daly just showed how strong of a leg he is on that 24-yard field goal.
Absolutely. Just facts. Let's get caught up here, Coach. Who we got shout out? We got a ton.
Oh, yeah. Beverly Element is checked in saying, let's go GC.
Hey, I just saw Mike Element and Rue Element both walk, and obviously John was here earlier.
Barry Walton saying,
My
go
man,
GC.
Barry Walton. I love Barry Walton. Let me tell you, he is an absolute jewel. We couldn't pull off, and Daniel Edgington and the awesome transportation department every night without the stuff that Barry does behind the scenes.
Tanya Powell saying, let's go GC.
Let's go GC. Let me tell you, Tanya Powell has 3 daughters that are unbelievable players, but let me tell you, I love them. They're great girls, phenomenal girls, so respectful. I cannot wait to see over the years what these young ladies are going to do under Evan Preston and his staff. It is going to be great to see.
Judy Gardner has
Judy
checked in,
Gardner,
saying, let's go, GC. We met Judy at the last
game. We did.
That
you beat me to it. As Judy came up and said hello, as she lives in Georgia. As a matter of fact, I can't remember. Is it Rome, Georgia, maybe?
Rome, Georgia.
I think it's Rome, Georgia.
When in Rome.
When in Rome. And we met her at an unbelievably great place, the tailgate, where they fed us like a king.
We can eat.
We can listen. We can eat. You can look at me and say that fella right there has not missed many meals. As Zach Daly is set to put the ball in play, as he's going to kick one deep, going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line. McCreary Central, as looks like he's going to first be hit. Chandler Payne's going to clean him up, but he's first hit there. Nathaniel Daughtery was in on it, as well as trying to see. I can't tell if that was Jagger. Was that Jagger Woods? I can't really tell.
It might have been Jagger. Jagger was going to be back for tonight's game. I do know that.
So we're excited to start getting back a little healthy, as assistant coach John Teeter has moved in beside me, as he's the defensive guy. So when Centers, I'm telling you all these facts. So when Centers is standing next to me, he's helping with the offense.
You've already figured
John
it out.
Teeter comes in, he's helping with the defense. So I figured that out in the first quarter. Get you some of that. Quick learner. Higginbotham is going to be in shotgun formation as he's going to hand it off quickly to Botts, but he is going to be hit by 3 or 4 different players, finally driven down by probably 3 or 4 Garrard County Golden Lions. Looks like Sparks was in on that one, Sula in on that one. So Garrard County doing a nice job of getting to the football.
Yeah, penetrating the offensive line there, kind of putting a lot of pressure in the backfield. Jeremy Bull has checked in.
Jeremy Bull. I watched Jeremy Bull the other night.
And he did a nice job.
He did a nice job. I was really proud of him. Volleyball official. As volleyball school. Is that what he always says?
We're a volleyball school.
He's a volleyball guy. It's going to be a flip out to the outside that time to number 33, Chase Bolin.
There's some popping going on.
I tell you what, they are absolutely hitting. As I have a text message come in from the text machine that says this is all it says on here is Purplehead. So it says, ask Daniel, when was the last time we've actually kicked a field goal? What a great question.
I had to be John Craddock.
Yeah.
I think when John Craddock was a kicker.
Actually, probably Matt Craddock, because John was older.
Yeah,
so Matt came when Matt is like the last one that I can think of.
Maybe in the 90s, late 90s, maybe.
I tell you what, we will check on that. We will get to our people about that one, as Higginbotham is looking to throw the football, but he's got lots of pressure. He's going to be hit by JT Parsons, and down he goes for a loss of about 5. As Coach John Teeter comes out of here clapping, as he likes that.
He did his job.
Absolutely, as it's going to bring up a obvious punting down for McCreary Central, as it's going to be 4th and about 15 for the Raiders. 9:09 to go here in the second quarter.
So I tell you, Coach, one of the things we talked about, Garrard County being off last week, you never really know how a team is going to respond to an off week.
Right.
Being an old-fashioned football coach, I wasn't crazy about off weeks because I just didn't want to get us out of a routine and a rhythms. And I tell you, the last 2 series, you've seen the energy that Garrard County played with Anderson County kind of transfer down here to McCreary Central. Because I'm telling you, the Garrard County sideline is alive. Our fans have traveled down here. They've come alive, and I tell you, Gary's having a lot of fun on the football field.
I'll be honest. I think we've got more fans here than McCreary County does. As the ball is going to be down, still going to be in Garrard County territory. Well, it'll be 1st and 10, Garrard County, as they're going to take over from the McCreary Central 49-yard line. And, Coach, you're exactly right. I love to see that energy. And what you said's right. We're flying around the field, lots of pads popping. You can see, they're excited to be playing football.
Yeah, that last defensive series, that's exactly what I would say. It was fun.
Yeah.
Garrard County defenders sprint to the football. McCreary's running backs and wide receivers did a nice job of maybe making a couple people miss, but, man, they paid for it because you had 3 or 4 Garrard County goal lines flying to the football.
1st and 10 for Garrard County goal lines. Out of the wing tee this time, as they're going to hand to Cam Peak, as he's got some room. He's just one-on-one with number 9, McKinney, and McKinney knocks him out of bounds, and Cam ends up taking down a reporter accidentally, as actually a camera guy, as he was standing over there. If I was in basketball, I'm going to say it was a charge because the camera guy was set.
Charge or block?
It was definitely a charge because the camera guy was set and Cam Peak went into him. But we do have a flag on the play.
So I think it's going to be another
Face mask on the defense, 15 yards in the run.
Face mask, McCreary Central.
We'll take it. I'm not sure if I saw it that way.
Tack on 15 yards as Garrett County will have it an automatic first down from the McCreary Central 20-yard line. And love seeing them go with throwing a little bit of that wing T motion in there.
Kevin Daugherty has checked in saying, let's go GC.
Let's go GC.
Carolyn No watching from Hilton Head, South Carolina. Saying, go Lions.
Here's what I'll tell you about Carolyn No. I guarantee she's not alone. She's got the whole No clan with her as they have gotten to dip their toes into football as Simmons is going to jump over the line for a gain of 3. The No's, Ryan and Asher, have started playing for the 5th and 6th grade team. If I'm not mistaken, Ryan was the quarterback, QB1, and done a great job in his first year. So excited to see how that progresses with them.
Yeah, great family.
Great
no
family.
Love
Nikki
the Norris has checked in.
Let's
go GC.
It was great to see Nikki a couple weeks ago because I'm used to seeing her on a daily basis when we work together at Camp Dick, but it was great to see Miss Nikki as it's going to be 2nd and 9. Garrett County handoff to Simmons, trying to get off the right side. Going to be tracked down that time by Devon Daugherty. Came around from the back, looked like he had a corner blitz. Did a real nice job.
Yeah, I tell you, McCreary Central, really being really aggressive with an outside linebackers and kind of their safeties kind of blitzing on the edge. Don't be surprised if Garrett County sneaks a running back out in the flats or maybe even runs a screen back to kind of where that pressure is kind of coming from to kind of take advantage of McCreary Central's aggressiveness.
Well, I'm not going to be surprised if you said it because I'll guarantee you you're thinking a lot closer to it than I am. This is going to be a pull. That time quarterback is going to keep it with Justin Parsons as he met one of the McCreary Raiders at about the 4 and just stomped on him as he gets down and falls short of the goal line by maybe just a yard as it'll be 1st and 10 Garrett County. And I tell you what, Justin was running as a purpose. Coach Centers told me something earlier. He played center last year.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Well, I mean, he ran the ball like a center right there. My goodness.
He was looking,
he was looking for contact.
100%. He was looking a lot like Will Levis. Comes time where you're like, come on, cuz, you just lay down there. Yeah. As it's one of those deals that you don't want to be right in the way. 1st and goal, Garrett County from about the 2-yard line as Parsons is looking over the defense. He's going to be a quarterback sneak, going to get off the right side and touchdown Garrett County as that's another touchdown Garrett County by Parsons as that takes the Urban Group scoreboard to 16-0 as Zach Daly comes in to attempt the extra point.
I tell you, special check-in here. My man Jake Sims has checked in.
Jake Sims. Hey, you're not kidding. This is special. If Jake Sims is checking in, he's in here. I can see him right now. He's thinking, what does Scott Mullen know about football?
Great baseball player.
Great baseball player. Oh, man.
He had a really good roommate when he went to EKU.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Sims is a phenomenal dude. Good snap, good hold, and kick is going to be up.
He missed it.
And missed it. Oh, just off to the left as that will have the Urban Group scoreboard at 16-0. Garrett County. We'll be right back. 7:03 to go here in the second quarter. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
Zach Daly's set to put the toe to it for Garrett County as they lead on your Urban Group scoreboard 16-0, as he's going to have a little squibber that's going to touch McCreary Central, but go from one to the other as it's going to be picked up by, I can't really tell, I think that is Chase Bolin that's going to run it back. And so, Coach, we have confirmation. The last field goal was not John or Matt Craddock. It was Corey Horn.
Wow. I tell you, Corey was a phenomenal kicker kind of back in the day as well there. So he was
I
definitely.
forgot about Corey was a kicker.
Yeah, definitely a threat there. So, hey, Chris Vance has asked us to give a shout-out here. And when he asks for something, we do it.
100%.
On behalf of Mr. Vance, the band staff, the kids, and the band parents, a big thank you to Whitaker Bank and the high school and the school district for rewrapping the band trailer and buying a rig for our band. So our band's first class. They deserve to be treated first class. So really appreciate Whitaker Bank and their support of making that happen.
As there's going to be motion on – no, actually going to be an illegal shift or too many people on the field. I can't exactly tell on McCreary Central.
They've got 11.
Needless to say –
Now they got 12.
They got 12. Man, I was on that one.
You can only play with 11.
You can only play with 11.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing. You can only play with 11 if they catch you.
Yeah,
you can play with 12 or 13 if they don't catch you. But that's going to back McCreary Central up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Raiders.
So Chris Vance did want us to give Wild Bill a shout-out.
Wild let me tell you. So one of the things about Chris Vance, he does so many things, Professor Vance, but he loves deadliest catches. So when he retires, he's going to be out. That's going to be a sack in the backfield. So they're going to lose another yard, bring up 3rd and 16 as he's going to go out to the sea, as he'll probably be on the Cornelia Marie as he's out chasing Opelias, as he always has wanted to go out there. And, you know, the normal deal is you go from Lancaster, Kentucky to Alaska and to Crabfish.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I love the show too. And I like to go on one trip. Just
one trip. I would love to do it if it was warmer and there was no waves.
You've already got a winter coat on up here. It's 60 degrees.
Higginbotham's going to be in shotgun formation. He's going to turn the bots off the right side, as he's going to be good coverage that time by Garrett County, as J.T. Parsons comes flying and kind of spun around on his head as he hops right back up, as it'll be 4th down in a punting situation.
So I tell you right now, Scott, you talking about a phenomenal play there. Cam Peak kind of flew up and kind of kept his outside arm free, and what that did was that made McCreary Central's running back kind of go inside, and once he hit inside, Garrett County's defenders really pursued the football well and made a big tackle. I think it's 3rd down because there was a penalty on 1st down. Diane Hunt has checked in saying, let's go get this big win.
Let's go, GC. As Miss Hunt is, we don't have to tell you how much we like Miss Hunt, as we so appreciate all her years in Garrett County and serving our kids of our district. Higginbotham drops to throw, going to throw one on the left, and McKinney's going to catch one on the flat, makes one person miss, actually makes 2 people miss, knock him out of bounds, is finally going to get the 1st down before Hayden Elliman pushes him out of bounds, as we had him short of the 1st down. Really nice job of getting yards after the catch that time by McKinney.
Yeah, I tell you, it's one of those things you got to come up and kind of make that tackle. Garrett had 3-4 defenders there. The receiver from McCreary Central doing a great job of kind of picking up a big 1st down. Jameel Burnside saying, let's go GC.
Love Jameel Burnside. He's an awesome dude. As that's going to be some pressure. It's going to be sacked, as that is. It's going to be a flag, as that is Sparks and Sula. Is that a possible hold or face mask?
I think it's going to be a face mask on Garrett with the white hat kind of throwing that penalty there. Michael Condon has checked in saying, let's go GC.
Absolutely. Michael's put in many years and at the Little League program and helping lay the base foundation for this Garrett County football team. We so appreciate that, as White Hat's about to tell us. White Hat's struggling tonight, turning this thing on and off.
They've got the play clocks. They've got the speaker, kind of for the officials here. Jim Freeman saying he is watching from the Berg.
I'm sorry. On the offense,
yeah.
on the defense, we have face
so it's blocking blocking below the waist for McCreary Central. Face mask on Garrard. By rule, those plays, those penalties kind of offset, and you just kind of have a redo.
There you go. Fantastic. I'm all good for that. What'd you say Jim Freeman was doing?
Watching from the Berg.
Watching from the Berg,
Lawrence
baby.
Berg.
Watching from the Berg. I'll tell you what, he's probably a big screen TV. He sat back eating some of those cookies that he and his wife are famous for making. As it's going to be a direct snap to Gigolo this time, as he's going to be hit and dropped after probably a gain of 1 or 2. It was great to see Jim to talk to his oldest son, Alex, the other day at homecoming when he was up there, as Alex is one of the Metro police officers in Lexington, and we so appreciate Alex and all of his brothers and sisters on the police force.
So big shout out here to John and Sherry and Shuey.
Yeah, man.
And Raylan Gresham.
Raylan, hey, there's number one, man.
Oh, my poo.
Yeah, man, that's granddaughter Raylan Gresham. Big shout out to the Shoeys and little Raylan, as it's going to be 2nd and 8. Higginbotham looking to throw it to the right side, as that's going to be a catch for McKinney. And really nice shot. McKinney can play. He runs a really good route. Higginbotham throws a really good ball, and he's one of the better receivers, if not the best receiver we faced this year.
I've been really impressed with him. Antonio Harvey's checked in saying, let's go GC.
Yes, man, let's go GC.
Ron Howard checked in
Big
saying,
Ron.
let's go GC. Appreciate Ron Howard and Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, everything they do to support tonight's broadcast.
No doubt. 4:09 to go here in the second quarter. Garrard County leads 16-0. Higginbotham in shotgun formation, as puts teammate in motion, looking to throw it down the left side. As he doesn't have much here, he's going to be flushed out of the pocket the right side, and he's going to be hammered out of bounds. Can't really tell exactly. Nathaniel Daugherty, as he was able to hit him, is going to bring up a 2nd down and about 5. As good pickup that time for the Raiders on 1st down.
Yeah, Brandy Griffith has checked in saying Lions are roaring tonight.
Tell you what, I love to hear that. That is exactly right. As we need to close out this half and keep them out of the end zone. 2nd and 6. McCreary Central from the Garrard County 38-yard line. Higginbotham in shotgun formation, trips to the short side of the field. As Higginbotham looks on the right, he's going to have Gigolo, as he's going to be tackled by Cam Peak after a 1st down. Another quick slant play, Coach, as the clock will continue to run as soon as they set the chains.
And I tell you, Scott, with Garrard County missing that extra point, McCreary Central's only down 2 scores.
Right.
So and they get the football back. They get the football first in the second half. There, Mark Soups always talks about winning the middle 8. So if you're Garrard County, you want to kind of keep this lead by winning the middle 8 here.
Higginbotham drops the snap as he has a hard time with this. He's going to throw it out to McKinney off the flat, as he will be tackled out of bounds. And I think that was Element. Timeout, Garrard County. Let's keep it right here, coaches. A little game reset. 2:54 to go in the second quarter. Garrard County leads 16-0. McCreary Central driving deep in Garrard County territory, just inside the red zone at the 19-yard line, Coach. And done a really nice job defensively, but they've hurt us here this last drive with the pass.
We talk a lot about this. Football is like a game of chess. And so what McCreary Central kind of did was they kind of come out, they tried to establish the run. Garrard County did a great job of kind of shutting the run down. I definitely think you can kind of see that Garrard County kind of come in tonight's matchup really wanting to limit the run and limit the quarterback scrambling. So Garrard County, I think, has done that, done a great job here in the first half of doing that. So now McCreary Central kind of makes an adjustment, and you've seen them coming out really kind of throwing the football. So now, Coach Hester and Coach Crutchfield's out there kind of working with the defense on now making another adjustment about how they want the secondary to kind of respond, to maybe kind of get up in a little bit tighter coverage, and that defensive pass rush is the first line of defense there against a good pass offense for those defensive linemen getting in the backfield, disrupting the passing lanes, the eye sight and the eye vision from the quarterback, and kind of putting some pressure on McCreary Central. McCreary Central come out in the Wildcat formation here.
2nd and 4 as Gigolo is going to take the direct snap, going to take it off to the right side, as he's actually going to throw the football to McKinney, as that's going to be a touchdown. McCreary Central, as I actually thought that was going to be a design run from the get-go, as he throws it into the corner.
I think Coach Hester's pretty upset. He thinks there was a missed holding penalty here on the edge.
I apologize. I missed that, guys. I was fooling with something on the audio board. I missed that.
Well, I will tell you as well, I'm not sure that there wasn't far from taunting, as McKinney didn't like the body language there from McKinney.
Now, this is a big two-point conversion.
Big two-point conversion. 16-6 is your score. 2:48 to go as Gigolo is going to stay in at quarterback as he's going to be flanked on both sides by both running backs. He's going to try to throw one deep into the corner to McKinney, and that is going to be incomplete as Garrett County is continuing to lead on your Urban Group scoreboard. 16-6, 2:48 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football, Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrett County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it. Why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank. Your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
All right, folks, as Garrett County is set to receive the kickoff, big Chastity Norris has chimed in saying a big update as Garrett County Middle School soccer girls is in the championship game tonight, tied at halftime at 0. Hayden Elliman down the right side going to be pushed out of bounds. Our Lady Cougars and our middle school soccer team, 13-1 coach,
big
going
night.
in tonight's championship game as they are in the championship game, tied at 0, looking for the Cougars to bring home the championship.
Yeah, great season there. Great job. By some really talented girls. We've talked a lot about that. Shane Warren really doing a phenomenal job kind of going in there and kind of coaching those girls. I'm going to tell you, folks, really big possession here for the Garrett County offense here. Up 16-6 on our Urban Group scoreboard. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left here before halftime. Great field position to start this drive.
Shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff this time to Simmons. Off left side, cuts it right back in the middle. Going to be into McCreary Central territory. My man Wendell Combs listening in from Bryant'sville. He says Vance should just stay in Lancaster because the cost of living in Kodiak is outrageous. So I totally agree with you, Wendell.
Chris needs to stay in Lancaster.
That's exactly right. We want to keep him.
If Wendell says it, it makes
let
it
me
true.
tell you, Wendell is
the man.
absolutely full of knowledge. As we have an opportunity to talk every other Friday in our jobs, and just to hear he's from Eastern Kentucky, and we get to talk about lots of great stuff. Today we were talking about Breathitt County basketball. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Garrett County going to hand it off to Simmons. No, he's going to pull it, and he actually had Cam Peak there in the open.
I think that's a touchdown, Scott.
That's and that's what you were talking about earlier. As Houston Barnes was out there ready to just have a one-on-one blocking situation, and Peak is gone.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a chess match. So McCreary Central really putting some pressure off the edge when Garrett County goes one direction. Coach Crutchfield kind of making some adjustments and kind of leaking the backfield out in the flats. Just unfortunate, but hey, at the end of the day, play the next play. Big 3rd down and 4 coming up for Garrett County.
3rd and 3 as I looked over Coach Center's shoulder here and saw that, Coach. I think that would have been a touchdown. It's going to be a handoff to Simmons this time as he's going to follow the blocking of it's going to be into about the 40-yard line. There's going to be a flag on the play.
He's going to call holding, and Scott, I'm going to tell you something. I sure didn't see that.
Is he calling it on Cam?
He's going to call that on Cam Peak, and
folks, I don't like that one.
That's not a holding penalty.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch a replay here in just a second as we're going to see, and I'm going to get the words on it as I did not see that there as I'm getting confirmation from other folks.
So again, you got a big 3rd down. Now, one of the things, it is a spot foul, so you don't go back, and now it's not kind of 3rd and 16, but it is kind of 3rd down and 7 here for Garrett County. Again, just an unfortunate call going against Garrett County. Those guys aren't perfect. It's one of those things, you just got to play the next play, kind of make a big play, pick up a big first down.
Talking about Robert Jones, he used to love officials. He loves officials. He's a huge official advocate. As he gives it off to Peak this time on the right side, really nice blocking. Oh, and it'll be another flag. And it's going to be a first down. Throw the flag there. As they're going to give another holding against Garrard County. I'm not sure what they're looking for there, as it looked like Simmons had his hands into his pads as supposed to. White hat ready to.
Craig Boyd is checked in saying, let's go GC.
Yeah, man, one of our fantastic fourth-grade teachers at Camp Dick, man, doing a great job. We absolutely love Craig there at Camp Dick. And
Matt Porter is checked in. Yeah, holding on Garrard County. Matt Porter's checked in saying, let's go Lions.
Tell you what, Matt Porter is a huge advocate and supporter of Garrard County Golden Lions sports in general, but particularly football, as he absolutely loves it. It's going to be Garrard County's 3rd and 14 now, as they are back into their own territory at the 40-yard line. Drive started early into McCreary Central territory, but Garrard County now still at least one play here that they're going to try to come with tempo out of the huddle. And we're going to have a timeout, Garrard County. And we'll take a timeout too. 3rd and 14, 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. Garrard County leads 16-6. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
I'm homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
Todd Callahan.
And welcome back, folks. 3rd and 14 for Garrard County Golden Lions. Huge shout out to our main man, Todd Callahan, listening in tonight, as he is a huge advocate of Jeff Jacobs and Garrard County sports, and we appreciate him following the Garrard County Golden Lions every Friday night. 3rd and 14 for the Garrard County Golden Lions. Parsons here bringing pressure from the right side. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Cam Peak is going to take the inside following the blocking of Hayden Elliman. Going to get back to just past the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 4th and 8 or 9. We'll say 8 for Garrard County.
And if you're Garrard County, you're fine with the clock. I mean, what I would do if I'm Garrard County is I'm running that play clock all the way down here. I'm kind of a little bit surprised McCreary Central not calling a timeout to kind of take advantage of maybe getting the ball back here before halftime here.
It's going to be 4th and 9, Garrard County, 1:10, and the clock continues to run. 20 seconds to go on the play clock.
Jackson Teeter has checked in saying, let's go GC.
Jackson Teeter, let's go GC, pulling for the Garrard County Golden Lions, as Elliman's going to be in shotgun formation. Simmons off to his left, looking over the defense, as he's actually going to punt it away as a quick punt. Really nice job that time, as it's going to go dead at about the 28-yard line as it rolls out of bounds. And McCreary Central will take over 1st and 10, 46 seconds to go from their own 32-yard line.
Danny Elam is checked in saying, let's go GC.
Let's go GC. I'm sure he is watching Garrard County Golden Lions intently, but I'm sure he's got one eye on the St. Louis Cardinals, as it's coming down here to the end, as he's a huge baseball fan. We always really enjoyed the times that Danny covered Garrard County for many, many years, and the phenomenal job he did.
Yeah, and no doubt about that. Really appreciate everything that Danny has done over the years. Mike and Beth Adams has checked in saying, let's go GC.
Yeah, my man. I love Mike and Beth, as Higginbotham looked to throw one over the middle, as Gigolo is going to catch one in traffic, as he's going to be tackled by Hayden Elliman. That's going to be enough for a first down, so clock will stop as they move the chains, and will be blown back into action as soon as the chains are set. As 27 seconds to go, Higginbotham looking down the left side, trying to throw one deep as he's got one open, as there's going to be no flag on the play.
I mean, it was good pass defense, no doubt about that.
Really nice job as McKinney is jawing out there at Garrard County, folks. I'm not real sure how much longer the referees are going to let that go.
You know, and I tell you, that was something that Coach Hester, I think, was talking about, the officials, a little bit earlier there. And, hey, if I'm Garrard County, I like that.
Yeah.
You want to talk with your mouth, I think I'm going to talk with my pants.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. So let's play. There ain't no doubt about that. But I tell you one thing I liked about that is they kind of went trips away from McKenna, which a lot of times will make the defense play man-to-man coverage.
Higginbotham looking to throw one out at the middle as he's going to be flushed out of the pocket as Simmons is going to try. Sula's going to get to him and drives him down as he and Bullock bringing the pressure off the left side as 8 seconds to go. Clock should continue to run. They're going to call a timeout. McCreary Central. We'll keep it right here. That's kind of a weird use of a timeout when you didn't use one a while back where Garrard County was able to run off about 30 seconds. I'm glad he didn't, but it'll be 8 seconds to go on your Urban Group scoreboard. Garrard County leads 16-6. McCreary Central will have the football coming out of halftime as they will have a third and about 14.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We talked about this when it happened, but that touchdown that McCreary Central scored, and then the Garrard County defense doing a great job of preventing them from getting that 2-point conversion. It might end up being a really big play here because McCreary Central is up, with the field goal that Zach Daly kicked earlier. Garrard County's up 2 scores. So definitely gives Garrard County some breathing room there and kind of gives them a little bit of momentum, kind of confidence kind of going into halftime. If you're Garrard County, what you want here is just keep the ball in front of you. I guarantee it, McCreary Central is going to go to McKenna here.
That's right.
And man, McKenna's definitely proved to be a really nice player here, but kind of drop back, keep everything in front of you.
Right.
Let the clock be your friend here with only 8 seconds left in halftime on your Urban Group scoreboard.
So in basketball terms, we're going into a 3/4 court 2-2-1 press. Keep the ball in front of you. Don't let them throw it over your head as Higginbotham's going to look to throw one to Gigolo down the right side as Elliman gets to it, but it's caught. I think it's going to be out of bounds, but oh my gosh. The guy was out of bounds when he caught the football. Mr. Official really didn't pay it. He didn't even see it.
So, Scott, one of the things you've talked a lot about this year is when an official is out of position.
Yeah.
What that actually kind of means there. And to be honest with you, this side official was 30 yards behind the football.
He wasn't even close
and
to being in the right
never
spot.
even made a call until he kind of came down here to kind of spot that. But again, if you're Garrard County, hey, it is what it is.
In front of
the ball's on the 27-yard line. There's only one play left. And we know McCreary Central is going to drop back. They're either going to pass the ball to McKenna or they're going to pass the ball to Gigolo. And if you're Garrard County, your defensive secondary's got to stay back. They've got to go up for the ball, kind of at the apex of the ball to kind of knock the ball down. What Coach Hester's right down on the ground, so the ball don't get bobbled and tipped. The other thing is, Mason Sula, we've seen him get in the backfield here. We've seen Sparks get in the backfield. That's another weapon that Garrard County can employ here is get in the backfield, disrupt the quarterback, and even get to him before he can kind of sling it in the end zone.
And Higginbotham has got a really good arm. He's got a really good arm, really strong, throws it down, but he is totally selling out to his wide receivers immediately. So you can read his eyes and see where he's going to go with the football, as he is going to have Gigolo to his right. He's going to have McKinney to his left as his 2 seconds to go. As this will be the last bad snap, and the ball is going to be on the ground. That was holding, in my opinion, as ball just knocked that thing down, as it's going to be intercepted that time by one of Garrard County. I couldn't tell, and he slipped and fell as
Chandler Payne.
Was that Chandler Payne?
Yeah, it was Chandler Payne.
Chandler Payne with the interception. Couldn't tell. It was all the way over there. This is the end of the quarter. And at halftime, when we come back, we've got a special guest that's going to be with us tonight, as we will introduce her when she gets back. Garrard County leads on your Urban Group scoreboard 16-6. We'll be back with halftime show. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrard County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it. And that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank. Your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
I'm a homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
And welcome back, folks. It's halftime here at Stearns. Garrard County Golden Lions lead on your Urban Group scoreboard 16-6. Just under 12 minutes to go before we get the second half underway. But we have a special guest with us today, Jordan Crutchfield, the special Crutchfield.
The boss.
The boss of the
Yes.
Crutchfields. And we were teasing before we got here that this was a rose between two thorns. But it's more like a rose between two thorn bushes. So we will go with that, but just a quick correction before we get in with Jordan. The interception was actually Hayden Holcomb.
Yes.
Hayden Holcomb. We have a hard time looking at it all the way over there. My glasses do not have any zoom in ability.
And age don't help.
And age does not help. But we'll leave that alone. So Jordan, thank you for joining us. I know you had no time to prep for this as you were down there and we started sending texts to get you to come up here. But thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Before we get in for how was supper? Was supper good?
So we suffered through. We stopped at Guthrie's. Anytime we're coming down towards Somerset, that's a must for the Crutchfield family for sure.
First time I've been there. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, really? The chips.
The chicken nachos?
Chicken nachos.
We come for
great.
the chips. They make homemade chips there. If
Hey.
you never stop coming to Somerset, you need to go to Guthrie's. It's amazing. We love it.
Fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about just some stuff that people may not know. First and foremost, before we talk about what it's like to be a coach's wife, tell some people about you that may not know who Jordan Jordan Smith. I apologize. Who Jordan Crutchfield
So Jordan
is.
Smith has lived in Lancaster our whole life, and actually a lot of people may or may not know, but me and Spencer have dated pretty much since high school.
That's right.
I am a nurse practitioner. I work in the ER actually at Ephraim and also in Baptist Health in Richmond.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's my full-time hustle, and I also work part-time at a primary care clinic in Lancaster as well. So we are hometown people. We're happy to be back. So
that's the one right across from McDonald's, right?
No, this is actually right across from the Grand Theater.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
outside Melissa Taylor's office.
Yes,
that's
yes,
right.
right.
I know what we're talking about. So let's talk talk a little bit about football season. All right, so we know, Spencer, it's been his 4th year now as head coach, first one to Garrard County, something like that.
4th or 5th, I don't know.
Facts are optional.
Facts are optional. We
Yeah.
just kind of throw that out there. So you were talking about earlier during football season, it's a little different at your house, I'm sure. Tell us a little bit about
I don't know.
season.
I would like to say that it is a little bit different during the season, but honestly, football season never ends for a full-time, for a head coach.
Sure, no doubt.
Any season.
No doubt.
You're always preparing, always getting ready in the off season, and it's a lot different during the season for sure. So, but it is definitely a family affair. We couldn't do this if it weren't for our family. And we're all in, the whole family. We are all in from the kids up. So
no doubt.
And Jordan, when Spencer, we were blessed. Spencer coming back from Lincoln County,
100%.
coming back home to Garrard
100%.
County. Kind of what did that kind of move, kind of mean to you, kind of mean to the family?
It means so much to everybody. I mean, that's where we went to school. It's where we grew up. This is where people we love live, and their kids, and so it means more. It means a lot to Spencer. I know, and so. If anything, I know that he counts all of these kids on the field as his own kids.
Sure.
So he's happy to be back, and we're all happy to be here.
Yeah, and I tell you, just you talking about that, Jordan, and no joke, it gives me cold chills talking to Spencer and Kevin after last week's game against Anderson County.
Yep.
And Kevin even shared with me, it might be the most satisfying win he's ever had.
100%. The atmosphere at home last week, and I haven't been back to a Garrard County game in a long time, but it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was one for the books. It was awesome. It gave me kind of reminiscence of when we played Belfry in the region. That it was great. It was wonderful to see everybody there, and we really, really enjoyed it. It meant a lot to the Crutchfield family, especially Coach Spencer.
No, 100%. And so from an old guy like myself who was coaching Spencer way back in the day, to see when he comes up and Evan Preston and Brandon and all these guys and the passion that they have for the kids. I've talked to Evan Preston about it, and something was said the other day asking about his salary, and he's like, I don't know. It's not about that, because they would do it for free. You don't want to, but they want to be in this spot because they want to make a difference, not only in just the program, but in the kids' lives.
It's so true. Like, honestly, and of course I'm going to speak highly of my husband, but I will tell you that this is his passion. He absolutely loves kids and is invested in your kids, and he wants them to do the best that they can on the field, off the field, and thereafter as they become adults.
And Jordan,
and that means a lot to him.
Oh, no doubt.
And one of the things we really wanted to give you a voice tonight here, because it's so special having the support of a wife, kind of being the head football coach here, because there's a lot of nights he doesn't get home late.
Oh, yeah. He won't sleep tonight. Friday nights after ball games, he'll stay up and watch all the film. He'll be up till 4 in the morning. Win or lose,
it won't matter.
And when he's
sleep
home,
a little better if we win. But
and when he's home, he's not home sometimes,
That's
right?
right.
He's on his
I know.
phone, he's answering text message, watching film.
It's all goes with the territory, and I think it's a good thing that we all love it and understand it and can support it. And he supports me too. I mean, I work crazy hours in the ER, so I'm happy to be his support person.
And you all have a phenomenal support system with your families.
Our family.
And like you said, they're all bought in, which is great. And so giving you a little bit inside baseball with Spencer, when he played basketball for me, you could always tell anytime Spencer played that he was going to be a coach. He was like having a coach on the floor then, just like now. I mean, it's been in his DNA. He watched his older brother play. He's helped Coach Slade as he was growing up. So this is something that he's done for a long, long time.
I've enjoyed watching him coach, and it makes me very proud because he really is so passionate at it, for it, and he really, like I said, is invested in these kids personally.
So let's talk about your own personal kids.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so let's talk about that. What's it like having Dad as the head coach?
They love it. They absolutely love it. So my kids, they'll always say that's our team.
That's right.
Everywhere we go. So I don't know. We love it.
Well, and I've seen you post some pictures with the jerseys.
Oh yeah,
how special was that?
That was the first thing that Rhonda Crutchfield bought was a jersey for my son Cam. He's 5. So
we absolutely.
I think Rodney and Chris was pretty happy.
Oh, they were ecstatic.
100%.
Ecstatic. It was hard to move to the south to start anyway, and we tried, but when we came back, it was something special for everybody.
It is right. Like I went to Danville for a year as a principal, but always in my head I knew where home was.
Oh yeah,
and I wanted to get there, and I wanted to get back. When you come back, it is special.
It's so special.
And I speak for Caleb and Jeff and myself and all of Garrard County. We're so excited you are back.
Well, we're happy to be back.
We love the Crutchfield family. We're so excited you're here. We love everything that's going on, but most importantly, we support you guys.
We appreciate that.
So anything anything we can ever do, you let us know. This is our quarterback one's wife.
Oh, goodness.
One's wife.
That's right. As Spencer Crutchfield is the coach's wife, and she's the boss at the house, as this is Jordan Crutchfield. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. This is Garrett County Golden Lion Football on Golden Lion Sports Network. I'll have to turn that one.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrett County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
And welcome back, folks. We have not let the boss leave yet. As we were talking off air, she forgot a special shout-out. So, Jordan, give us your special shout-out before you went down, and we didn't want you to leave anybody out.
Before I do that, I was going to say everybody is so grateful and lucky to have this platform that we can keep up with the games when you're not here on these long road trips. So thank you guys for doing that. We appreciate it. And we got listeners worldwide. We got listeners in Pensacola. As in the words of Coach Hester, Barry Pyers is tuned in Pensacola. So, Barry Pyers, thank you for listening and supporting the Golden Lions.
Well, I tell you, that is really cool. You know, you get to watch this in Pensacola. Everybody's getting to see that. We've actually got to meet some of these grandparents that was able to do to see Hayden Elliman's grandparents were at the Anderson County game. So that's really cool. So thanks again, Jordan. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
And at any time y'all need a babysitter or something, you send them our way, and we'll take care of it if you need a little time. So thank you so much. You're absolutely the best. As we're going to have Michael Anderson is going to slide in here.
Kind of transition here. So we've got the Chandler Payne fan club has asked.
Yeah, man.
So
absolutely,
we need to give a special shout out to Uncle Jeff, Aunt Donna, and Mimi. They're watching on the back patio on the St. Johns River in Florida.
So let me tell you, as our computer just went off, I've got an unbelievably terrible, great / crazy story about the St. Johns River. We'll talk about it. And so Michael Anderson coming into us. Coach Anderson, you just absolutely love these road trips.
Oh, I love them.
You love these road trips as we come down. We've already talked about, everybody knows about you. Let's talk just a little bit about how the school year is going as we are now in fall break. So essentially, I guess you consider a quarter of the school year is gone by. And so how's it been for you and the folks at Garrett County High School?
Man, it's been really good. We have been trying to get 0 tardies.
Oh, I love it.
And Friday, Thursday,
first day
for the whole day.
Oh,
no. But we set a record, only 8 tardies.
Oh, hey, that's great.
That's phenomenal.
Hey, that is phenomenal.
A lot better than the previous principal's
we won't go back and start comparing data by any means. But I'm glad you weren't trying to do that when I was a student, because I like to talk way too much. But Coach, we've came down. We had an off week. We've played really well in this first half. Love to see the energy of the kids. You are an athletic guy, and I know you're like me. We were basketball folks, but what about the Golden Lions?
Man, they've come to play tonight. You can just feel it from the field. The kids they're energized. They came ready to play tonight. I mean, the atmosphere down there is just crazy.
We talked
energy,
about that.
The energy, that's the word.
The Anderson County game was the first home game. It was homecoming, but how great the crowd was, how energetic the crowd and the sideline was, and we kind of saw that in the second quarter. That kind of energy kind of transfer, and the goal line's kind of really picking up that energy there. Yeah.
So, Coach, talk to us a little bit about for us. We had Jordan on. You've known Jordan her whole life, Spencer, the whole deal. Tell us a little bit about, as the principal standpoint, and then as just watching those two kind of grow up now and back as Spencer's the head coach, what it kind of means for us here in Garrett County.
Man, it's awesome to see. I taught both of those in math in 7th grade, and Spencer, we would have dunk contests when they did really good on tests. And then Jordan, I got to even coach her. She got to play basketball a little while. She was really good on defense. Offense was.
Well,
so that was opposite.
So that was opposite of her husband. Her husband was really good on offense. He could have been good on defense, but no. So we were talking about telling some stories as we have it, but when you're kind of experienced like we are, we're going to say old experience, to see these folks kind of grow up and come back, it just kind of warms your heart.
Oh man, it's so good.
It kind of warms your heart. And also, speaking of which, let's talk a little, give you a second to brag just for a second, as your daughter just finished a great season this year, first year playing basketball for Sis Logan. Maddie Daylay did an outstanding job. What's your thoughts on her first year?
Man, Sis and Maddie are phenomenal.
They did great.
I mean, I can't Sis, you just can't. The girls love them.
Oh,
they
yeah.
listen to them. Anna got Sis to come over and tell me I couldn't yell at her from the stands. I was telling her the wrong stuff. And Dad, you're telling me wrong. I got to listen to my coaches. So they're
sounds like good advice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, they had a lock-in last night, as
They
you know.
did.
So
Wow.
I got in this morning just before 7, and they were all knocked out. And so they had a big time, and it was a lot of fun, and they deserved it from out their time. So hopefully over fall break, are you going to be able to take a little break and kind of
that's what, talking about my mom in Pike County. Is
Oh,
watching
yeah,
them.
absolutely.
She's been sending me texts.
Fantastic.
Coaches. She loves watching.
Man, isn't that great? They get the opportunity to see that. We'll have to get, before too long, we'll have Anna on here.
Yes.
We'll get Anna to make sure
she can tell some stories.
She can tell some stories. So you guys going to be able to get away any?
We got a JV football game Monday, so and then home on Friday. But I'm gonna try to sneak off Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, good for you.
Go to the mountains and check on them.
Absolutely, good for you. I'm sure they will appreciate any time the King of the Coal Pile comes home. There'll probably be a parade. If there's not a parade, I'm going to be disappointed. This is our phenomenal principal, Michael Anderson. As we tell you guys this all the time, and I know you see us joking, but from the bottom of our heart, we're so thankful for Mr. Anderson. We're so thankful for his dedication. He and Lisa Middleton, Coach Centers, all of his staff, and what they do for our kids day in and day out, as that job never stops, as it is tremendously tough. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you, buddy. And we'll go ahead and take one more break, and we'll come back as McCreary Central will receive the kickoff of the second half as Garrard County continues to lead 16-6 here on the Irving Group scoreboard. This is Garrard County Golden Line Football, Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrard County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
And welcome back, folks. Before we get to football action, Chassie Norris has checked back in. Huge shout out to the Garrard County Golden Lions Middle School Soccer champions.
Oh, yeah.
Champions as
That's
they
great.
win tonight 1-0 to bring the championship home to Garrard County, back to Lancaster.
Wow.
Congratulations to Shane Warren, his staff, and his phenomenal kiddos, as that is a big time win for the Garrard County Lady Cougars. Kickoff is going to be fielded by McCreary Central at about the 37-yard line, as it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders.
So I tell you, Scott, big first possession here for the Garrard County defense. We saw kind of late in the second quarter there, McCreary going to a little bit more of a pass-oriented offense there. Kind of hurt Garrard County on some big plays. Really interested to kind of see the adjustments that Coach Hester, Coach Crutchfield kind of made there at halftime, kind of getting the goal lines back on the field here in the third quarter.
Now, here's what I will tell you that you already know and everybody else knows. Our coaching staff is second to none. And the adjustments they make at halftime have been spot on every game. So I have no doubt that this will be right on that. It's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to number 12, Logan Mitchell, down the left side. As he's going to be chased down. Good job defensively by turning them inside, as that is going to be, and man, no flag there.
Yeah, it's kind of a late hit on McCreary Central.
Yeah, going to be 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 or so for McCreary Central. Nice job defensively, just stringing that play out, Coach.
Yeah, Nathaniel Daugherty doing a great job there, kind of stringing that play out there, kind of making the running back kind of go wide. Really would have been beneficial to Garrard County defense if that late hit kind of would have gotten called. Definitely want to kind of give a big shout out to Bob Allen Motor Mall. Really appreciate the sponsorship of Bob Allen and everything they do to kind of make this broadcast come into your homes here tonight.
Higginbotham is 2nd and 10 as he's going to hand off to Bites off the left side this time. Going to be hit by the interior line as he's going to get maybe 2 yards to bring up 3rd and 9 for McCreary Central as Garrard County has came out stingy defense, Coach, just like Coach Hester, Coach Crutchfield are wanting.
Yeah, good job there by J.T. Parsons, kind of really kind of sticking his kind of nose in there and kind of, the Garrard County defense, again, when the ball was blown dead, all 11 Garrard County defenders was right there at the football. So, again, great job kind of pursuing the football. We saw McCreary have a lot of success throwing the football, come out the first 2 plays here in the third quarter running the football. So, definitely a passing down here for McCreary Central.
3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Higginbotham is going to look to pass. He's going to have Gigolo out to the left. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be thrown as that is going to be incomplete.
Well, when Mason Sula's jersey is under his shoulder pad, I think that definitely means that it was a holding penalty on McCreary Central. I'll tell you what, Mason Sula was in his stance, and you could almost tell he had his mind made up. I'm getting in the backfield, and I'm disrupting this play, and that's exactly what Mason Sula did right there with a big play for Garrard County. Incomplete pass, which means that Garrard County is going to decline that penalty, put McCreary Central in punt formation.
4th and 9. Coach Crutchfield could not decline that quick enough as he was making sure that he's like, no, as we want to make them punt it away. Going to have, looks like it's going to fall back. It's going to be Chandler Payne and Hayden Element. As they're going to be back deep as Gigolo will be set to kick or to punt away for the Raiders.
And I tell you, Garrard County is set up to get some really good field position. If Garrard County can take the ball down and put a score, it's a fake punt.
Fake punt, and it's going to be short.
He's
going to be driving short as it looks like that was from the get-go. We had him just short of the first down, but he got pushed right over the first down marker. Will be 1st and 10, McCreary Central.
Appreciate our friends Whitaker Bank for being a great sponsor and bringing allowing tonight's broadcast to kind of happen there. Paul Purcell, Lisa Sebastian, Jessica Fife, just all the great friends and great support from Whitaker Bank.
Big call there that time by McCreary Central as they were deep in their own territory, where they were able to pull out a little bit of the trickery as they are now in Garrard County territory after a gain of 27 on that 4th down play.
So after this play, I think Jeff is going to give us some score updates here.
Oh, yeah, we love
some
score
scores
updates.
of interest here.
Higginbotham will be 1st and 10. Awaiting the snap, looking down the left side as he's wanting to throw it out to number 7, Jacob Cecil, and that is incomplete.
Guys, just a quick update. District action, Bell County up on Rockcastle 14-0 at halftime.
Wow. We talked about this. Estill County beating Rockcastle last week 7-3 was –
a little bit surprising to most
of us. A little bit surprising.
Yeah.
And then Rockcastle kind of bouncing back, and it sounds like playing really tough with with Bell County tonight, only down 14-0 at halftime.
2nd and 10. Garrett County Golden Lions trying to bow up here defensively as Higginbotham is going to have 2 running backs both on his side. He's going to hand it off to Botts that was trailing him in the pistol formation. Going to fall forward for about 2. Bring up 3rd and 8 or 7 or 8. We'll still say 8. 3rd and 8 for the McCreary County Raiders.
Great job by Houston Cloud, Mason Sula, JT Parsons kind of get in there and not giving an inch to really McCreary County's running back there. Again, a big 3rd down play with McCreary Central calling a fake punt on the last possession. You would like to think this is 2-down territory for the McCreary Central Raiders.
It was good the other night. We got to talk to Trent Nyson, JT Parsons, inside linebackers for the Garrett County Golden Lions, and vital pieces to Coach Crutchfield and Coach Hester's defensive unit.
I'm not sure why the play clock is not running.
That was a long pause there.
Yeah,
it really was. So 8:32 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Higginbotham's got twins on both sides, looking out to see over the Garrett County defense. Play clock never did run, actually, as that's going to be thrown into no man's land.
Well, I tell you, Scott, I think what happened was early in the 2nd quarter, the play clock was starting probably 4 or 5 seconds before it should have started. And at the end of the day, these play clocks look great in high school football, to run. But they're also not really official. Yeah. The back judge still keeps the clock. We saw the back judge run up here at run up to the press box at halftime, and I bet he told him, hey, quit running the play clock. We're going to take care of that in the second half. I'm going to tell you, big 4th down play here for McCreary Central.
4th and 9 for the Raiders from the Garrett County 47-yard line. 8:21 to go. Higginbotham is going to be in shotgun formation. Botts just off to his right and a step back as Higginbotham looking to throw off to the left as he's going to throw one deep as it's one-on-one. It's going to be thrown out of bounds, non-catchable ball, and that will be 1st and 10. Garrett County as they take over and a turnover of downs.
Big time stop there for the Garrett County defense here, and let's make it even a bigger stop by Garrett County putting a nice offensive series here. Great field position as Garrett County takes over on their own 47-yard line in your Overland Group scoreboard. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Garrett County up 16-6 on McCreary County Central.
My computer has now officially went to sleep for the night.
So we're going to have to be careful on the shout-outs.
We'll have to be careful on the shout-outs. We'll try to do our very best with the computer now as when we're up here on top, we don't have a lot of energy to give. It's going to be a quick pitch this time for Simmons. As Simmons got a little burst as he's going to make 2 people miss. It's going to be a horse collar, no call. It's going to go out of bounds after a gain of about 37-yard line, 37 yards.
And I'm going to tell you something. Mason Sula he hit a kid and he buckled him. And I mean, he absolutely, Scott, I'm not joking. Mason Sula knocks his kid on the ground almost so big that an absolute gigantic hole kind of opened up for Malachi Simmons. Malachi took advantage of it and picked up some big yardage for Garrett County.
People just kind of stopped and watched.
I mean, if I saw somebody hit somebody like that, I might do the same thing.
Parsons shotgun formation. Simmons off directly behind behind. As Simmons going to get the handoff right off the left side as he's going to cut it back inside. Really nice move as he's still on his feet.
Oh,
Simmons, get in there, baby. What a great run. Malachi Simmons as he goes in from 25 yards out, practically untouched. As coach, he goes left, he goes right, and he cuts back left.
And I tell you, I'll tell you something that's going to make this even more impressive, Scott. The play called him to go to the right.
Right.
So McCreary Central stunted the linebacker. Houston Cloud did a great job of kind of pulling around, folding around, hitting that inside linebacker so he couldn't penetrate. Malachi saw a hole open up on the left, so he pivoted, hit to the left, and took it to the house.
Take it to the house. Chandler Payne was a really good block there in that process as well. Zach Daly out to attempt the extra point, and this one is up and a no-brainer as it is through the uprights. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrett County Golden Lions 23, McCreary Central Raiders 6. 7:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
I'm homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers, no one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
Oh, no, I don't have that, sorry. And welcome back, folks, as Garrard County scores again on your Urban Group scoreboard, 23-6, as they're set to kick it off to McCreary Central Raiders. It's going to be a squib kick, going to be fielded by McCreary Central. They're going to be hammered and tackled at the 35-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Raiders.
So I tell you, Scott, again, when you're wanting to build a program and you're wanting to, kind of continue to improve and kind of get better, you want to kind of really have 2 good defensive series in a row, then 3 good defensive series in a row, then 4. So really interested to kind of see, Garrard County kind of keep up their energy, keep up their enthusiasm, and let's have a back-to-back really nice defensive series here for the Garrard County defense.
Garrard County Golden Lions has played really well. I just got to watch the replay of that run by Malachi Simmons, and, man, he really did a nice job. As Coach Centers was talking about up here, he says, man, when Simmons and Peak are running like that behind the push that the offensive line is making, I tell you, Coach, we talked about it 5 weeks ago. You're going to continue to see this team improve week in and week out, and this is going to be a delay of game.
It's going to be a delay of game. McCreary County going to a different quarterback. Gigolo is back back in as quarterback there.
As that will move the Raiders back 5 yards again. Huge shout out to our middle school soccer team as they bring the championship home to Lancaster.
Champs.
We're so excited for Coach Shane Warren's staff and the kids as the trophy is coming back home to the Lancaster.
Great things going on at Garrard Middle School.
Great
under direction
things.
Of Dr. Audrey
Nichols, huge Garrard County and UK sports fan, as that's going to be a bad snap, going to be covered by Maddox McKinney as Garrard County is able to get right on top of them, as that will be a loss of maybe 7 or 8 yards. Actually, take that back after the penalty. It looks like they're going to be
it's going to be down in. Let's just call it long.
In Tennessee. I mean, because really we're not that far from Tennessee, as there is a flag.
That's either going to be.
Is that a personal foul on the coach?
That's going to be a sideline warning, or that's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty on the coach.
Yeah, the coach ran right over there to the official, said something to him.
And now there's multiple penalties on the floor or on the field here. So I think the McCreary County Central, I'll tell you what I think ended up happening, Scott, is, the ball was on the ground. The Garrard player went for the ball, and I think they felt like he kind of piled on to McKenna, which I don't think he did. I think he was just going for the football. And I think that kind of made a little frustration there for McCreary Central.
Yeah, he's got his mic on as Whitehouse talking. He said, "You're not going to talk to us like that, Coach." So that kind
I
of
kind of hope he keeps the mic on, Coach.
Yeah, that kind of shows you a little bit about what that was about. As
he might have said some of the magic words.
He actually might be ejected.
Yeah.
That would make sense why the extra yellow flag was thrown, Coach. And it was weird because the sideline official was over on the sideline. He ran over to him.
I think he was trying to call a timeout, and I think before he got a timeout, I think he called a timeout and he ran onto the field. And I think, as a coach, you can signal for a timeout, but you don't get the timeout until the timeout gets awarded to you by the official. So I think that's why he threw the first penalty. Now, I think the second penalty might have been some of the magic words that might have kind of got said out there. So, the officials haven't made any calls. I expect one, maybe 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties here to go against McCreary Central. It's already second and
forever.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 15, but I think we can times that by 3. It kind of looks like it's second and maybe 40.
As that's going to be. So watch this here. It's going to have a sideline warning. Oh, and then it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
So will this continue to be second down?
It's still second down.
So it's second down in 10, 20, 30, 40, about 45 yards.
From Whitley City.
From Whitley City Motel. Whitley City Motel. We've seen that play. I've got a good story about Whitley City Motel, as Gigolo is going to be in motion on the left. So he's going to run the options. He's going to throw it off to McKinney. That McKinney's going to run hard to be knocked out of bounds. As there comes another flag, and
it's
going
to be a late hit on McCreary. And I'm going to tell you something, Scott. And I'm sure if you're the coach, you're not going to like that. But we've seen that multiple times, that McCreary Central kind of getting a late hit in there, and it didn't get called the first time. I definitely think it's going to get called here on the second time.
Well, and again, we've seen quite a bit of taunting, right?
Yes.
And so when they, not on us, like again, towards us. So I'll give Coach Crutchfield and his staff and his players tremendous props because they have done a great job.
I mean, let's be honest. You don't see any of that reciprocated by the Garrard County Gold Lines.
No,
what that tells me is Garrard County's got discipline. Garrard County's got character, and it's one of those things you want to play between snap and whistle.
Sure.
And if it's not before the snap and it's after the whistle, you don't play.
White hat. Personal. Oh, we were just talking about.
Yeah, I think he called it against.
Oh, both. Okay. I didn't see it on us.
I sure didn't see it.
I saw the McCreary Central guy shove us down on the ground. But anyway, it'll be a repeat of downs. They've actually got it here.
It's a do-over.
40 yards. So second and 40 from the McCreary Central 18-yard line. As Gigolo is going to still be in shotgun formation, as he's going to look to run the. Oh, my goodness. He's got a wide open receiver as he's going to be trying to run down, getting Chandler.
He's gone.
He's going to be gone, as that was a delayed flip that looked like they were running the option. And then a long throw from
so what Coach Hester's yelling is you had linemen down the field.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure.
I've got to apologize again. Guys, we're having technical problems. Listen, we are broadcasting up on top of the booth. We're having some internet issues. We're having camera issues. And I missed that. I missed everything. So I apologize.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. So Gigolo is going to run it.
I missed every big play tonight.
Run the option off to the right side, and he looks like he takes it up the field, flips it backwards. As he flips it backwards, the McKinney, which was the running back, takes 2 steps forward and then throws it about 40 yards to Higginbotham, which was down about 30 or 40 yards down the field with linemen as well. So looked like that was not a great situation for the Garrard County Golden Lions, as it looks like, it looks like pretty rough there, as that's going to be incomplete. At 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. That was a 2-point conversion. Failed. 23-12 is your Urban Group scoreboard. 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. Garrard County leads tonight's contest, where they'll get their first time to move the football here in the second half. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
And welcome back, folks, as Urban Group scoreboard reads Garrard County 23, McCreary Central 12. Huge shout out to our friends in Ruskin, Florida, listening in the Musings, as they are monster Garrard County fans, as Chris, Kate, Sully, Harmon, and Bobo listening in from Ruskin. They say, let's go GC. Kickoff is going to be deep. It's going to be fielded by Cam Peak as he's going to make 2 or 3 people miss. He's got a little room there. Go on, Cam Peak. Get up going. There's going to be a flag on the play. That's going to be I'm not sure what that's going to be. Finally.
I tell you what I think he's going to call it. He's going to call a clip on Garrard County.
Clip on Garrard County.
The coach of the Garrard County sideline definitely does not agree with the call.
Obviously, I see
now
that.
That's not going to change the penalty.
All right.
Right.
As that will be a penalty from the spot, correct?
Yeah, so it's going to be a penalty from the spot. And I tell you what, I think he's going. I think he either called a clip or a block back.
Okay.
So I think he said the Garrard County defender kind of gauged in a block behind, kind of behind the play there. So it takes Garrard County back maybe 10 yards from the spot. Garrard County's going to take over on their own 22-yard line. The Overland Group scoreboard has 6 minutes and 31 seconds left. Garrard 23, McCreary Central 12. Tell you what, it's been an interesting 5.5 minutes in this third quarter.
And we've not even ran a play.
I mean, we have seen some interesting things happen. I definitely, I hope, I kind of hope order kind of gets a little restored here, and we're able to kind of play this football game clean and safe, and just kind of do it exactly how we need to do it here.
Parsons awaiting the snap as he's going to hand off to Cam Peak right up the middle as whistle's going to blow. Can't really tell. It looked like a little bit of a busted play, a little timing issue there in the backfield, as that'll be a loss of about a yard for Garrard County, bring up 2nd and 11 for the Golden Lions.
Appreciate our friends at Sutton Pharmacy being a big sponsor here tonight of tonight's broadcast.
Michael Hall and Scott Graham.
Man, great friends of the Garrard County community and school system athletic program.
6 minutes and clock is running here in the third quarter. Garrard County only getting run to their second offensive play of the third quarter as trips out to the right. Single on the left. That's going to be a pitch out this time to Simmons. Does a nice job cutting back up the field. Did a nice job of corralling that pitch as it was just a little wide. As a lot of extras after the whistle. The way you clean that one up is you throw the flag.
And the other thing I'd say is look where they spotted the football.
3 yards behind them.
Yeah, Malachi got tackled on the 29-yard line, and they spotted the ball on the 26-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Garrard County Golden Lions. 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. Clock continues to run. Justin Parsons into the huddle.
And I tell you, it's a big third down. McQuarrie's got a little energy here, got some enthusiasm here, so it's a big third down play for Garrard County.
Parsons waiting the snap as he's going to hand it off this time to Simmons, and he's got a Bob Allen first down as he keeps going and dragging some McCreary Central Raiders with him. Great job of running that time, as a lot of misdirection there with Cam Peak and Malachi Simmons, and man, they run so hard, and that push up front by that offensive line, starting with the center, Caleb Centers, is absolutely.
And McCreary Central basically blitzed 9 people right there. So, great job by Garrard County kind of hitting them right up the middle, kind of taking advantage of a little bit of McCreary's aggressiveness. Again, we're seeing McCreary Central kind of really walk up, play really a lot of people within the tackle box, see how Garrard County makes an adjustment. It wouldn't surprise me if Garrard County hits a big play.
It's going to be a handoff to Cam Peak this time off the left side. Nice blocking by Hayden Element. It's going to be another Bob Allen first down by Peak as he's going to get all down. Man, tell you what, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for Garrard County.
Yeah. So, again, the Garrard County sideline's kind of exploring Garrard County to kind of, kind of keep your mind. I think Garrard County's players kind of feel like there's a few cheap shots.
There is.
Kind of occurring out there, and I think my 2 eyes just saw a couple of them right there on that play.
No doubt.
And, again, Garrard County coaches, just kind of imploring the Garrard County players, kind of keep your head. Don't let McCreary Central kind of get you off kilter here. Keep this offensive momentum going here. If you really want to kind of make them quit playing like that, you put the ball in the end zone.
That's exactly right. Shotgun formation. Simmons directly behind. Parsons trips to his right. right, as Simmons is going to get the ball following Houston Cloud off the right side as he's got Gigolo out to the right side. Just make him miss. He's going to have a first down, and it will be run out of bounds. And that's a Bob Allen first down as Garrett County continues to move the ball with Cam Peak and Malachi Simmons and that big push from the offensive line. And I'll tell you what, the wide receivers are really doing a great job blocking as they are getting out and putting their pads on somebody.
They're doing a great job there. And I tell you, Caleb Centers did a great job as a center, kind of working the nose guard kind of back here, kind of back away from the penalty, from the play, kind of caused a big hole. Houston Cloud did a great job of kind of folding over, making a big block here to kind of really be able to kind of free up Malachi Simmons, and then receivers kind of securing their perimeter, make Malachi pick up even more yards.
3:37 to go. Simmons is going to get it off the left side this time. Cuts back right into a defender, but he's going to get the gain of about 3 or 4. Good first down run there as continues to churn up yardage as the clock continues to run. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the Urban Group scoreboard. Garrett County continues to lead the Raiders of McCreary Central 23-12.
Appreciate our friends at First Southern National Bank being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast.
David Grigson.
David
we sure
is the
appreciate
man.
David
Lisa
and all
Clark.
the folks,
Oh,
Lisa
my
Clark,
goodness.
Arnie Akers, all the folks there. They do a great job, and we sure appreciate them. Second down and 6. Normal pistol formation here as they're going to put Hayden Elliman back into motion. They're going to get the flip to Hayden Elliman this time as he's going to gain 3 or 4 more, as it looks like he will actually maybe only gain about 2. It'll bring down about 3rd and about 6 for Garrett County.
Appreciate our friends at Danville Office Equipment. Maybe the biggest Garrett County fan I know, Derek Lynch.
I tell you,
he loves the Golden Lines.
It's really hard for him at times, going back home. He's from Bull County, graduated Bull County, but knowing deep in his heart he loves Garrett County so much. It is tough. Appreciate Scott Bottoms, Jana Bottoms, all those folks, as all the wonderful things they do to support.
J Cashew.
I love it. I love it.
Cashew Brittle.
Number 1, 3rd and 6, as Cam Peak's going to get this one. Man, look at that push by the offensive line as they were able to get up to just short of the first down. As it looks like it's going to be 4th and about 3 for Garrett County. 4 down territory.
Yeah, I mean, great play there by the Garrett County offensive line, really getting a push from McCreary County. Kind of set up kind of a long 4th down and 2, maybe a short 4th down and 3 here for the Garrett County offense. Urban Group scoreboard has 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Garrett County 23, McCreary Central 12.
Clock continues to run as Garrett in no hurry as they want to just continue to get a push up front. Look for Simmons to get this one on the short yardage as Simmons is going to get it off the left side. As they did a really nice job there of deception as they had the wide receiver wide open. Just didn't pan out, so it'll be a turnover on downs for Garrett County as McCreary Central will take over 1st and 10 from their own, 20-yard line.
Appreciate our friends at Farmers National Bank being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Chris Davis and all of our friends out at Farmers National Bank, we appreciate all you do.
Parsons really does a nice job there with the football, as I thought twice tonight that he's handed the football off to Simmons. He does a really nice job of kind of tucking that, and we've had the receivers there, and that play will hit. Just give it time.
That's right.
As Gigolo is in the quarterback still for the McCreary Central Raiders as he's going to roll out the left side looking to throw, as he's going to lob one up. It's going to be picked up. No! Man. I thought Nathaniel Daughtery had that one as it was just a jump ball, as it was a one-on-one out in the flat as Daughtery had the inside position and just wasn't able to come down with it. I think the McCreary Central defender did a real nice job of coming back and getting after the ball as well.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Daugherty there, put McCreary Central back in a long or kind of back behind the chains with 2nd and 10. Appreciate Chuck Hunt, Jennifer Hunt at Hunt Insurance being key sponsors of tonight's broadcast.
Absolutely. Chuck's already checked in with us. He's been watching from the kickoff tonight as he loves the Garrett County Golden Lions. Gigolo is going to get it this time. He's going to hand off to Botts off the right side as he's going to get some positive yardage. We'll say 4. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Raiders. Big 3rd down here, Coach Gresham.
Yeah, it really is. Houston Cloud doing a great job of kind of shedding this block, kind of getting over there, making a play. Trent Nyson doing a good job of kind of slowing him down and kind of limiting a big play. Big third down and maybe 7 here from McCreary Central here. Your Urban Group scoreboard has 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. With McCreary Central, faking a punt, it wouldn't shock me if they're just going to say, you know what, we got 2 downs to get a first down here.
Nothing really surprises you anymore. It's going to be 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the clock continues to run.
They've got 5 seconds. They're going to call a timeout or delay a game right here, Scott.
As Gigolo brings the Raiders to – nope, as he gets a snap off, as he's looking to throw it to Hickenbotham. He's actually going to throw it the other way, and that one is going to be picked off. Yes, sir, as Garrard County with the interception, as that is Chandler Payne came down with that one. What a fantastic defensive play by Chandler Payne, as that one was kind of thrown up for grabs.
And he went
and got that one, boys, as that one really wasn't a ball that you would expect him to be able to make the play from the angle he was coming from. But, man, he went after that.
Big time play.
Did a nice
for the Garrard
job.
County defense there. We mentioned Ron Howard earlier. Appreciate our friends at Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast.
1st and 10, Garrard County Golden Lions after the Chandler Payne interception. 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Justin Parsons comes to the line of scrimmage awaiting the snap as he's going to hand one off to Cam Peak, as Cam's going to be hit from behind by Jacob Cecil, but he did have some positive yardage.
Yeah, picked up 4 yards for the Garrard County offense. Again, staying ahead of the chains. It's going to be the last play of the third quarter.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Garrard County continuing to move the football as they lead on your Urban Group scoreboard 23-12. We'll be right back to the start of the fourth quarter as Garrard County Golden Lions are leading by 11 down in Stearns. This is Golden Lions Sports Network.
I'm a homeowner. I didn't know anything about the loan process, so that's why we decided to go with First Southern.
Process with First Southern was exactly how I pictured it.
They were just very welcoming and made me feel like I had known them forever the minute that I walked through the door.
Since 1967, Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers have helped folks with their farms, commercial property, auction needs, and of course, dream homes.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Farmers National Bank believes investing in education is the best way to build a stronger community. Good luck to all the Garrard County students in the classroom and on the playing fields. Go Lions!
And welcome back, folks, as we're starting the fourth quarter. Garrard County leads 23-12 here in tonight's district opener, as Garrard County has to take a timeout here, Coach.
So I want to tell you, Scott, what happened here. And again, I'm not trying to be critical here, but it is what it is, right? So the white hat, what he ruled is Malachi Simmons took his helmet off. And so basically what happened was the time was running off the third quarter. He pops his helmet off, and I think the white hat was saying now he's got to either sit out. Coach Crutchfield has to burn a timeout, so then he doesn't have to sit back out. So
I saw Coach
let's just say that's something else.
So Coach Hester walks off the sideline and puts his head down. He's like shaking or like scratching his forehead.
So let me tell you something.
Coach Center's up here shaking his head too.
So there's a wise saying is, when you think you've seen it all, you haven't.
Unless I missed it.
Well, we can describe it. Just right down.
That's why I got you guys.
Right down to the
That was
T.
something else. No doubt. Hey, appreciate Cliff at Irvin and Irvin Group.
No doubt.
The Colonel got a chance to eat lunch or eat dinner with the Colonel and Danny and
Nice.
our man Jeff Moss at the Shell campaign event this past week here. So appreciate Irvin Group and their support of tonight's broadcast.
Listening in from Destin, Florida tonight, as they're down there for fall break action.
Actually, Cliff Ed is going to watch the ball game tomorrow.
Oh, is he really? I thought he was in Destin, Florida. As Hayden Elliman's going to have the handoff there, as he's going to get about 8 or 9 off the first down. That was the second down play.
So Garrett County kind of come out in the Wildcat formation with Hayden Elliman kind of getting the direct snap, going kind of straight up the field and picking up some big yards. Makes us a really manageable 3rd down and 1 here for Garrett County. Appreciate our friends at Toyota of Somerset being key sponsors of every broadcast we've done since Main Street Media's been able to kind of come in and broadcast Garrett County athletics here on the Garrett County on the Golden Line Sports Network.
3rd and 1 for Garrett County from the McCreary 26-yard line. 11:20 to go in this contest. Handoff to Cam Peak as he's going to make a run for the first down. It looks like he's right at the marker.
I can see it from here. It's first down.
Well, we're not going. I think so too. There you go. I was going to say I'm not going to count on it until we get a motion there. So it'll be 1st and 10. That's a Bob Allen first down. Garrett County Golden Lions.
I see we've got a really special shout out.
I love them.
The first shout out.
Yep.
For Luke Owens
and
Mama Aaron Owens.
Yes,
saying
Luke
let's go GC.
Owens,
Luke.
Just born here recently, already listening in, pulling for the Garrett County Golden Lions. Congratulations to Charlie and Aaron as they welcome their second child in. As this is going to be a touchdown, no flags on the play. Malachi Simmons. Touchdown, Garrett County. As folks, I couldn't have got there that fast, but that hole was so big.
My goodness.
We could have came down off the top.
A lot of misdirection there by the Garrett County, by the backfield. The offensive line really kind of confused McCreary County, and man, Malachi saw open space and took it to pay dirt.
I'll tell you, I mean, great play call by the Garrett County coaching staff.
I tell you, he hit that hole like you hit those chicken nachos.
I tell you what, he didn't hit it that hard. I mean, he hit it hard. As the ball is going to be bad snap, and so the extra point will not be good. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrett County 29, McCreary Central 12. 10:29 to go in the contest. This is Garrett County Golden Line football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Bob Allen Motor Mall is a proud sponsor of Garrett County football. Shop Bob Allen for a winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, all deal-maker price. Click and save today at boballenmotormall.com.
Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank understands family, tradition, community mean just a little bit more around here. You can see it and hear it, and that's why we take so much pride in what we do. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Garrard County is our special place. And that's why Hunt Insurance Agency is proud to serve the insurance needs of local businesses, families, and individuals. We build relationships that last because getting to know you and your personal needs is what we do best. Hunt Insurance Agency.
I'm Holly Peak with Exit Realty, your hometown realtor. I love seeing old friends and meeting new. Buying, selling, I know the value of our area. Our 3D virtual tour will sell your home fast. Like you, I'm sold on the Golden Lions.
And welcome back, folks, as Garrett County continues to lead on your Urban Group scoreboard. 29-12, 10:29 to go.
We're going off the rails a little bit.
We're going off the rails here, just a fraction. As one of the best kicks I've seen all year by Zach Daly as he boots one deep. It's going to be fumbled by Chase Bolin as he retrieves it, and he's gone to the races. Only Zach Daly to get in the way as Zach does a good job of getting him down. Great tackle that time by Zach Daly as he was on an island.
Hey, we've seen Zach make 2 or 3 big tackles this year.
Here's what I'll tell you about Zach. So that was a good tackle. He didn't lead with his head that time.
He's smart.
He usually submarines them, but he did a really great job there because he was the only one.
So, you know, how many times in football when you see a bubbled, kind of a bobbled kickoff return,
you're right.
You know, what ends up happening there is the kickoff lanes kind of get extended, which means a bubble or a hole kind of pops up for the kickoff return team.
1st and 10, McCreary Central Raiders from the Garrett County 22-yard line. 10:17 to go. Hickenbotham back in the game for the Raiders, the freshman quarterback, as he's going to fake the handoff, roll to the right, as he's going to have McKinney as going to be down the middle as he's going to shed a couple blockers and get into the end zone for a McCreary Central touchdown. And
McCreary Central had great field position, and man, McCreary Central really takes advantage of that great field position here. And I tell you, one of the things, again, we talked about this, McCreary Central is going to go for two. Luckily, Garrett's up 2 scores regardless of the 2-point attempt here. So, Garrett County just needs the kind of get the football back, let that time kind of be their friend, run the clock, and kind of get out here with a big district win.
So I do have clarification. Cliff Ed is Oxford to Lancaster to Destin. Yeah. So I was close. Hey. I was close.
That's how most people go to Destin.
No doubt about it. As this going to be that's going to be an unsuccessful 2-point conversion. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrett County leads 29-18, 10:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. This is Garrett County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
And McCreary Central 8. Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
And welcome back, folks, as Garrett County set to receive, depending on how you want to look at it.
They're going to receive it,
receive it. If they fumble it, then they retrieve it, then hopefully return it back for a touchdown. We got a funny Whitley City Motel story we got to tell a little bit. Coach Evan Preston is reminding me. I have to.
The good old days.
Yeah, I have to tell that here in a little bit. 10:07. If Robert Jones is listening, he'll appreciate this. As great job that time by the hands unit of Garrett County, as onside kick is going to be recovered that time by Hayden Holcomb, as Hayden did a really nice job.
And I tell you what Hayden did such a good job there is he kind of went up and kind of attacked the ball there. Of kind of making sure that ball didn't kind of bounce funny. McCreary's got a timeout.
Okay, we'll keep it right here. I want to tell this story. So when I was coaching, I was a head coach for the boys team. Robert Jones was the head coach of McCreary Central. We would come down, and they had a great Christmas tournament that they ran. And so we would always come down. A long-time assistant for me was Coach Dickie Gilbert, and he said, Coach, I'll take care of all the lodging. Don't you worry. So Coach Gilbert, we're good. So we go down there. He's got us in the Whitley City Motel, Coach. So just to give you a little bit of Whitley City Motel, Cody Ives goes in to take a shower that night, and he has to use vice grips to turn on because they did not have a handle. But it is what it is. So we told the kids, hey, we're going to have a steak dinner tonight, because that's what I thought we were having. Coach Gilbert said, we're having a steak dinner. So the kids were excited. We're having a steak dinner. We go in there, and they rolled out some frozen hamburger patties that they warmed up slightly, and the guys were not happy. They were not happy. I mean, it's all in. So Coach Gilbert So Evan calls it hamburger. It was actually ground. Coach Gilbert used to love ground steak. You know, whatever it's called. It was steak theoretically, but they never let us forget that kind of stuff. 10:07 to go here in the game. 29-18 is your score. Handoff is going to be to Malachi Simmons, as he is going to be drugged down by number 70, Devon Campbell, as that's going to be a loss of about 3.
So as the ball was being snapped, McCreary was running their 12th defender off the field, and I don't think the official on that sideline saw the player. I saw you raise your hands. I mean they had 12. They had 12 when the ball was snapped there. So appreciate Holly Peak at Exit Realty.
Yes, absolutely.
A Realty bold move. Appreciate everything Holly does to kind of support tonight's broadcast. And great to see folks like Holly kind of coming back home and building a business in Garrard County.
It was great to talk to Holly a couple weeks ago and to have her on the broadcast, and we appreciate her support. As it's going to be a pitch this time. Great cut up the field by Malachi Simmons. Get going, Malachi. Keep it on the ground, baby. As he continues to shed blockers as he gets out of bounds. Great job. phenomenal run that time by Malachi, as he and Cam have had great games, but this might be as good a game as I've seen Malachi have this year, as he is running with some intent and purpose.
So I tell you, they always say running backs kind of get downhill, and really what that means is kind of really getting those shoulders kind of in front of your knees and getting those knees in front of your toes and kind of running with a purpose. And, man, Malachi doing a great job of picking up some big yards for the Garrard County goal line offense. Great job by the offensive line up there. Mason Sula, Andrew Sparks, Caleb Centers, Houston Cloud, just doing a great job of kind of really moving moving McCreary Central out of the way.
1st and 10, Garrard County from the McCreary 18. It's going to be a handoff to Simmons again this time, as he's going to plow his way up to right at a first down marker, as I think he's going to have a first down where it'll be 1st and goal, Garrard County from about the 5-yard line. As I tell you what now, Malachi has ran with some purpose, but that offensive line may be playing as good a game as they've had all year.
Yeah, I tell you, just really impressed with how well the offensive line is kind of coming off the ball, kind of moving McCreary Central, kind of taking advantage of here. And I think Tristan Murphy there at left tackle, I didn't mention him a while ago, just doing a great job of kind of taking back over control of this game. The Overland Group scoreboard has 8 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Garrard County 29, McCreary Central 18.
No rush here as Parsons has trips to his left. He's going to Chandler Payne to his right. Simmons is going to get it this time down the middle. It's going to be shy of the goal line, but just by about a couple yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line. Again, no rush here as the clock continues to run. Your Urban Group scoreboard, 8:24 to go. Garrard County leads 29-18.
So I tell you, really impressed how Garrard County has kind of bounced back, really kind of shown a lot of mental toughness, some grit, some perseverance, some kind of persistence there. Every time McCreary Central kind of makes a run, we've seen Garrard County kind of step up and really kind of take advantage of kind of get back that momentum.
Hayden Element in and taking the shotgun from the
He's in.
Wildcat, and he's in. Touchdown, Garrard County. Hayden Elliman goes in from 4 yards out from the direct snap off the Wildcat. Really nice call that time by Coach Crutchfield, as everybody was keying on Malachi Simmons and was able to get the ball in through Hayden Elliman. Zach Daly in to attempt the extra point. 35-18 is your score. 7:58 to go here in this contest, as Elliman awaiting the snap. Zach Daly is taking his steps, getting right where he's in his comfort zone. Sweet spot, good snap, good hold, good. Oh, hit the top of the upright and banks back, and it is no good. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrard County 35, McCreary Central 18. 7:58 to go in this contest. This is Garrard County Golden Lion football on Golden Lion Sports Network.
Friendly service from people you know. That's Sutton Pharmacy. We are a hometown community pharmacy with old-fashioned values, experience, and the latest technology and resources. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to providing the very best for you. Go Lions!
Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us.
Whitaker Bank has always been more than just a bank. We're a locally owned, community-driven institution made up of your friends and neighbors. And of course, Golden Lion fans just like you. Garrard County and Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Maria Montgomery, and you're watching Main Street Media TV.
And welcome back, folks, as Zach Daly is set to kick off again as Garrard County scores from 4 yards out on a direct snap. And the Wildcat to Hayden Elliman as 7:58 to go in this contest. Garrard County leads 35-18 on your Urban Group scoreboard. Zach Daly set to put the toe to it as he's going to have a line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by Botts, and he will be hit and dropped as McCreary Central will take over 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, Scott, what you really want to do if you're Coach Hester and Coach Crutchfield here is you want your defense. Let's finish this game off right here. Urban Group scoreboard has 35-18. Garrard County's up. 7 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Chandler get a stop here. You get a stop here, you basically end this football game. And kind of get out of Stearns here tonight with a big district win. Go back to Lancaster with a 1-0 district record and prepare for the Bell County Bobcats come to Lancaster next Friday night.
Higginbotham set to take the shotgun formation as he's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw it to Gigolo on the right side, flushed out of the pocket by Sula. Going to find McKinney in the middle of the field as he's going to switch a football to his left hand, and he'll be ran out of bounds by Cam Peak, as that's going to be a first down for McCreary Central.
You know, we've talked about McKenna a lot in tonight's broadcast. I'm going to tell you that's a really nice player.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
That's a weapon that every district team that plays McCreary Central that is going to play. They're going to have to answer to McKenna. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with that McKenna kid. I think, you know, McKenna had some big plays against Bell County.
He did.
Last week, Jeff.
First and 10, McCreary Central. Higginbotham is going to fake the handoff again, looking to throw it deep to Gigolo as Chandler Payne is one-on-one. Great defensive effort that time by Payne.
Yeah, you couldn't have defended it as well as Payne defended that right there. Just a great job of kind of keeping that press coverage, and there wasn't a window for that ball to be completed there. So I tell you, Chandler Payne, man, I tell you, he steps up. 3-4 interceptions on the year. Really seen him make some big plays for the Garrard County defense.
Well, you're right. He's had 3 or 4 interceptions, but, man, he's had numerous great defensive efforts out there where a lot of times it's just a man-to-man press up, and he's kind of on an island there. And with Gigolo's a big boy, and so he's done an excellent job against him tonight, as it's going to be a handoff to Botts on the right side as here comes Trenton Norris.
Trenton Ison with a big
Trenton
time
Ison
play.
as Trenton. That's the first time we've called Trenton's name tonight, as Trenton does an excellent job coming out of nowhere from that middle linebacker spot. Flag on the play from the McCreary sideline. Wait to see what white hat.
I think they're going
personal
to call
foul, face mask
on Garrard County.
Doggone it! So that will be that'll be a first down. Be a first down, McCreary Central. As that's going to be 15 yards. It'll be first down from about the 15 to 17-yard line for McCreary Central. Garrard County coaching staff was
that's kind of quizzical there, Scott. And I'll be honest, I sure didn't see. You know, Trent Ison made the tackle from behind. So unless he's got a face mask behind his lower leg there, I'm not sure where that
Higginbotham trying
from.
to keep it this time, stretching it out the right side as he's going to be hit by Hayden Elman as he'll be driven out of bounds, stops the clock as Garrard County continues to lead 35-18. 7:07 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And I tell you, you know, really appreciate Bradford Barbecue and everything that Bradford Barbecue does to kind of sponsor the player of the game here. So appreciate Jennifer and Matt Bradford.
Yes, sir.
And everything they do down at Bradford Barbecue.
Absolutely. Great barbecue, but some of the best potato salads you ever.
my
Man,
goodness.
I absolutely love that
the brisket tacos.
Man, fantastic. 7:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. Higginbotham looking over the Garrard County defense. Going to have Gigolo on the right side, and it's one-on-one as this ball is going to be caught that time by Chase Bolin on a little one-on-one slant.
Some family there, Scott?
No, he's much faster.
Much faster.
The Garrard County Bolins, we're a little slower. We're a little more methodical. I would call us plotters. We're more plotters. We go from point A to point B a lot slower than Chase Bolin. Of course, he is BOWLIN. They're the faster of the Bolins. A little more in shape, too. Well, of course, round is shape. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. Big third down. They're going to hand off to Botts off the left side. It's going to get the first down. Going to be driven down by a couple of Garrard County defenders there. It's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line. I think that's going to be a timeout. McCreary Central is he's just stopping the clock. Well, why would you just stop the clock to set the chains? Because it's going to be 1st and goal. You don't really need to do that, do you? So I'm not sure why he stopped the clock. Is there a reason he stopped the clock?
It's just a great night down here in Stearns, Kentucky, Scott. That's why. Buddy.
1st and goal from the 3-yard line. 6:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. as Gigolo is going to be one-on-one on the top. You're going to have McKinney on the bottom as snap is going to be fumbled, and he's going to roll out to the right side as Hayden Elliman is going to try to throw him out as Higginbotham throws it out of bounds wisely, but Hayden Elliman was giving pursuit along with 3 or 4 other gold lines.
Yeah, I tell you, Hayden was right there with him. So, great job by Hayden, kind of really hustling and kind of forcing the quarterback to kind of throw the ball away. Now it makes it a, 2nd and goal here from McCreary Central on the Garrard County 3-yard line. The Irvin Group scoreboard has 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here. Garrard County 35, McCreary Central 18. We also appreciate our listeners on 105.1 WRNZ. Appreciate our broadcast partners there with Hometown Radio.
What we got coming on here? Oh, we got intentional grounding.
I was going to say that
yeah.
You don't really get to do that in high school. Now, what that's going to be is a spot foul, and so it's not college. College that you break the tackle box and you can throw it away. High school, there's not. You don't have that rule.
Right.
So you've got to be able to kind of throw towards a receiver. So there's not a rule in high school. If you break the tackle box, you can throw the ball away there. So
clock should be running on that, correct? Is that what they're saying? Since that's a
yeah, it should be. I mean,
penalty.
Run it.
Yeah, it's 5:50. It's been sitting there for about 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So we'll
unfortunately
see.
The clock operator don't watch our sideline. I think he's watching the white hat there.
So clock is still not running as it's going to be 5:50 to go. Garrard County leads 35-18. Higginbotham waiting the snap. As he's going to get some pressure. Oh, just missed him. As that was Bullock. As Sula has come over to him. There he goes. Oh, on the play. Garrard County recovers the football. That is Garrard County football. What a great hit by Mason Sula.
Yeah, that's Mason Sula saying, I think I'm going to end this game right here.
As Trenton comes out of there with it. Oh, my goodness. Trenton Ison as he digs that one out. Great work there, Trenton, as Mason Sula comes out of nowhere to absolutely clean the clock.
And I tell you, that's what you want to see, Scott. When the game is on the line, big-time players make big-time plays. Mason Sula kind of stepping up there. And I tell you what, not only was I impressed with that big hit, I was impressed with the effort and pursuit kind of getting to the football there.
Sir.
So great job by Mason, never giving up on the play and kind of making the play that I think that might just end this football game here with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left.
I agree with you. As Parsons is going to be in shotgun formation. It's going to hand off to Malachi Simmons following the blocking of Houston Cloud as he's going to gain about 6 there on the first down, at least 5. Bring up 2nd and 4 or 5 for the Golden Lions. Again, no rush. Plenty of time. Parsons is going over to Coach Crutchfield, and I'm sure that's one of the things he's going over right now.
And I tell you, just really impressed with the way the goal lines kind of made the long trip down here to Stearns off of 27. The week off kind of battled a little bit of that rust, but tell you what, Garrard County kind of come out really kind of sharp and crisp here tonight, and I think is going to be heading back to Lexington with a big win here tonight.
Very proud of this effort tonight. As Parsons is going to hand off that time to I can't think it's Malachi. I couldn't tell with that angle. As it looks like he's going to be down. Ball came loose, but he was down well before the ball came out.
And the other thing, Scott, is was that a penalty being thrown?
Can't tell.
Yeah, they threw a flag.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike
on McCreary
against
Central.
McCreary Central.
You do have an injured player down for McCreary Central.
So with that, we'll take a quick break. Urban Group scoreboard reads Garrard County 35, McCreary Central 18, 4:44 to go here in this contest. We'll actually keep it here because he's up and good for him.
Yeah.
As that is cousin Chase Boland.
Cousin Boland.
That's up the fast Bolans.
So I tell you, Scott, one of the things that I definitely want to say this as well is, not only impressed with how Garrard County kind of bounces back from a bye week. Folks, I'm just going to say it's been a bizarre second half. I think that's one word for it. You definitely saw some very, very questionable calls go against Garrard County. You've seen some interesting plays. Let's just kind of put it that way that I think has really frustrated the Garrard County coaching staff. At the end of the day, you play through the next play. You man up. This is a man's game, and I think Garrard County, the players have really kind of been able to kind of show restraint, show self-discipline, and kind of
impressed.
keep focus. So I'm really proud of the effort tonight.
Very impressed. 4:22 to go here in the contest. Parsons going to hand off to Peak off left side.
He's
got
gone.
lots of
He's
room.
gone.
Take off, Cameron Peak. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Cameron Peak, as he goes in from 58 yards, practically untouched, as that was to the house. Cam Peak with the Garrard County touchdown. Urban Group scoreboard reads Garrard County 41, McCreary Central 18, 4:11 to go here in this fourth quarter.
He comes over and gives Coach Hester a hug.
Who did?
Cam Peak.
Did he
deserves a hug.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Coach Hester, I would be giving him a hug too, just to say, hey, Coach.
We mentioned this last week or 2 weeks ago with Anderson County. What a difference Cam Peak makes.
Oh, man. No doubt.
He's in the game.
Yeah.
No doubt. You can't have a storm without lightning and thunder, as that one is up and good, as Cam Peak goes for 58 yards and Zach Daly tacks on the extra point. Your Urban Group scoreboard now reads Garrard County 42, McCreary Central 18, 4:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Let's keep it here, Coach. I agree with you. There has been some things go on that it's been very, very encouraging to see our kiddos that have really done a nice job. They've hung in there. They've showed lots of grit, lots of determination, and very proud of this effort.
And I tell you, and this is a 5-team district, right?
It is.
So everybody in this district don't get to make playoffs.
No, you got to win one in this way. That was important tonight.
That's
absolutely.
Right. That's right. So that's the big thing that I think comes out from tonight is you definitely you kind of solidified a spot in the playoffs, and then I think the next 3 weeks is really going to kind of set the tone in terms of seeding for the playoffs. So I'm just tickled to death to see the effort here tonight from the Garrard County Gold Lines. Proud of the game that the Gold Lines have put forth here.
And another shout out to the traveling folks that came down here.
Man, what a crowd.
These little stands are full over here.
Yeah, man.
And that's a great job by the Garrard County Lions fans.
Line drive kick is going to be handled by McCreary Central. It's going to be off to the right side, as great job defensively that time. Was that Trent Nyson? No, I can't tell who that was. That was 53. That's Elijah Coffey.
Elijah Coffey.
Hopping up out of there. Great tackle by Elijah Coffey on special teams. Really nice job, as he was the first one to the McCreary Central ball handler and takes him down solo. Great tackle that time by Elijah Coffey, as really glad to see that.
He got a block in the back against McCreary Central, so that's going to take them back about 10 yards there. I think they're going to end up starting on their own. Was it look like 14-yard line?
Yeah, right about the 15-yard line. 14-yard line, you're right on it, as it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 14-yard line. 4:11 to go. Seems like I've said 4:11 about 10 times.
This second half is taking about 2 hours.
Well, good thing we don't have very far to go on the way home.
Short trip.
Short trip home.
It's nice and toasty out here.
Yeah, man, as it's going to be Gigolo back into the game as QB1 for McCreary Central, as he's going to roll out to the right, as he's actually going to throw one backwards, and it's going to be
a live ball.
It is going to be recovered by McKinney, as they were trying to, I think, to run the same play they ran earlier. And here's a little bit of difference. So that one, the kid goes down. J.T. Parsons makes sure he's down, and J.T. Parsons hops up and helps the kid up. I'm telling you, J.T. Parsons, great player, but even better human.
Great parents.
We love to
Great
see,
family.
absolutely, we love to see that kind of stuff. I know that's the stuff that obviously the win makes coaches proud, but stuff like that makes them even prouder to see that kind of sportsmanship out of there. J.T. is first class. Higginbotham back in now, as he got trips out to the left. He's going to throw it to Bolin. Does not overthrown, so is not completed. So 42-18, 3:22 to go here on your Urban Group scoreboard. Clock is going to be stopped. 3rd and 22 for the McCreary Central Raiders.
I tell you, just again, Garrard County kind of come out in the second half and really exerted themselves defensively. The only thing that McCreary Central's really done this whole second half was that option pass.
Yep.
That resulted in a touchdown.
It's going to be a long throw here as great catch that time by McKinney as McKinney goes up right with Cam Peak, and that was just a great throw. It was thrown to the outside shoulder to where Peak couldn't get to it. So really nice pitching catch that time from Higginbotham to McKinney. It'll be 1st and 10 McCreary Central from the 30-yard line.
So I tell you, when the game is over here, I think we just kind of end the game.
Yeah, sure.
We do have a little bit of a drive back. So we'll be talking about the Bradford Barbecue Player of the Game here coming up.
3 minutes exactly as the clock continues to run. Higginbotham is in shotgun formation, twins to left and right. He's going to look right to throw the football. Pressure coming out there as Mason Sula says, no, sir, as he is thrown for a loss. What a great job. And Sula really didn't get much but a hand on him and was able to sling him to the ground.
And he blew through a double team.
Absolutely.
He blew through a double team, pushed the double team back, and was able to kind of grab the quarterback there and kind of get him down there. So, great job there by Mason Sula.
And I'll tell you, it's just been a clinic tonight as Garrett County is.
So the white hat kind of just told Mason to kind of calm down a little bit. And Coach Hester yelled at him and said, no, you do not calm down a little bit.
Long pass to Gigolo as he's going to go up to catch the pass at the top, and no good as that's an incomplete pass. And again, Gigolo was helped up by Nathaniel Daughtery. So
Hayden Holcomb goes up and gives him a high five.
I love our kids. I love our kids.
Right.
I really do. We've got great kids. We talk about it all the time. Michael Anderson, you, I, Mr. Stoll, we all talk about that kind of stuff. And we have some of the best kids, not only Central Kentucky but the state of Kentucky. We're so fortunate to have those boys and girls, men and women in our schools, and we're so thankful for them each and every day. 2:09 to go here in this contest. 42-18 is your score. Gigolo back in shotgun formation, trips to his left. He's going to throw it one-on-one up to Higginbotham as Chandler Payne is up, and he was up trying to get the football. Chandler was saying he dropped it. The official, I think, said he made the catch. He's going to say it's a caught ball, so that'll be a 1st and 10. McCreary Central, Garrard County 49-yard line, as clock is now under 2 minutes to go.
So I tell you, folks, in terms of the Bradford Barbecue Player of the Game, I think the offensive line for Garrard County,
no doubt,
really
I'm with you.
deserves
It's a nice
credit.
call, yeah.
I mean, just a phenomenal performance here. I mean, I think Houston Cloud played a great game.
Gigolo it's a hold right there. Holy cow. As Andrew Sparks was held 2 or 3 separate times as the fans even down here were yelling for it. But
I think his shoulder pads back came off there.
Clock is going to be stopped as the pass is completed, goes out of bounds.
So, I tell you, Houston Cloud played a great game. I think Andrew Sparks did a great job on the offensive line. I tell you, we've mentioned this young man the last 2 or 3 weeks. And for me, I definitely want to give a big vote for the Bradford Barbecue Player of the Game, to Caleb Centers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caleb's done a great job in center. It's at the center position the last couple of weeks. Done it all year, but really has just kind of come into his own the last couple of weeks. Really been explosive and dominant on the offensive line. Got some snaps on the defensive line as well there. So Caleb Centers will be your Bradford Barbecue Player of the Game.
A nice call.
Congratulations to Caleb Centers, as it could have went to a number of folks, but that's a great call. Gigolo going to get it roll out to the right, trying to throw it deep. That one's going to be picked off. Garrett County, as that is going to be nice job. Chandler Payne.
All he does is intercept passes.
That's all he does is intercept passes. As I tell you what, he's just like a glove. So that's maybe what we had to start calling Chandler Payne. It's kind of the glove, as we have
a penalty.
It can't be on us because Chandler Payne was on the inside. Chandler was on the inside of the wide receiver. So I mean, if you're on the inside, that can't be.
Yeah, add that one to a little bit of an interesting night down here in Stearns, Kentucky.
Coach Crutchfield's asking. He's like, "What the heck?" I mean, you're on the inside. I'm not sure how that happens. Nevertheless, we're still going to go. I still think Chandler Payne. We're going to have to start calling him the glove. I like that. I like that nickname.
I like the glove.
As Gigolo is going to throw one up deep. As this one is going to be.
He got. Oh my
did he not?
goodness! No.
As I thought that one was going to be intercepted as well. as that
Hey,
one.
I'll tell you what, folks. Who
was that?
Why
that was Hayden Hopeland.
Let's just stay down here a little bit
Let's just stay down here. Whitley City Motel. I think they're closed. We might be able to, Robert Jones, if he's listening, he might be able to call in and get us a room.
That's where he would put us up.
I think you can get a room there, guys. Looked like to me there were
I saw him.
plenty
down
of them.
through here.
I think we get it pretty cheap.
They had some fried bologna. Evan Preston loved the fried bologna down there. So that was a steak fried bologna. That was a steak dinner we told him he's going to get. 2nd and 10, 1:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. 42-18 is your score. Gigolo set to take the snap. Low snap. Had a lot of trouble with that tonight. He's going to be sacked by Nathaniel Daughtery as Nathaniel takes no time getting back to Gigolo as the snap is – we've had 2 or 3 low snaps tonight for McCreary Central. Clock continues to run. 1 minute to go now. 42-18 is your score. Good win tonight. Coach Gresham, it's something I'm sure the coaching staff's going to be happy with. But, it's always a sign of great coaching when you come and play this well after a week off. As Gigolo set to throw the football deep, as McKinney's going to go up and get a great catch that time by McKinney. That was just a 50-50 ball, and McKinney goes up 2 hands and catches it at the top of the jump. I really like that kid as he does an excellent job. And I'll tell you, Gigolo and Hickenbotham both have thrown the football well tonight.
I agree. I tell you, we talked about this in the pregame show here. McCreary Central's got 2-3 players that can flat out play the game.
Yeah, they can.
And they can play for just about any team in the state of Kentucky.
As 42 seconds to go, as that ball was caught and taken out of bounds by McKinney. Gigolo's going to roll out to the right side, and he's going to be hit a couple times, and he's going to throw it. It's going to be intercepted.
He's going to roll him down.
He's going to roll him down.
Trent Ison coming in there and making a big play.
I couldn't tell. It's like Gigolo tried to pick it 2 or 3 times.
Mason they haven't stopped the clock yet.
Mason Sula helps Gigolo up. So clock finally stops at 25 seconds. I'd keep that baby running.
So here's the favorite formation in football.
The victory formation. Just take a knee. If I played football, this would be the only play I could probably run. I could probably run this one and not many more.
Now, are you snapping it or are you catching it?
No, I'm not neither. I'm going to be on the outside. I'm going to be a wide receiver on the outside. They're not going to be coming very hard, so I can probably block him. Or actually I could be the running back way back there. As I could be that one. That should do it, folks, as that will take us down to double zeros as Garrett County comes into Stearns tonight and goes 1-0 on the district season, as Garrett County is going to travel north tonight, back home victorious. As Jordan Crutchfield talked about earlier, Coach Crutchfield doesn't sleep much on football nights, but he sleeps better with victories. So hopefully tonight, Coach, final thoughts.
I tell you, I'm really proud of tonight's effort. Garrett County kind of seemed to really battle a lot of adversity, kind of especially in that second half. So really kind of proud of the effort tonight for the Gold Lions. And again, as Jeff alluded to, in a 5-team district, you got to win your first district game in order to get into the playoffs. So I think this is a big win for Garrett County moving forward. Hey, let's kick it off and let's take on Bell County.
Let's do it. Get back home next Friday night, folks. The end of fall break. Garrett County will welcome the Bell County Bobcats and Dudley Hilton in to the Dye House Stadium, as we will bring Jeff Jacobs on as for a special guest early to talk about the Bell County Bobcats, as he's been down there for years and years. He has a scouting report for us. And folks, with that, Garrett County goes to 1-0 on the district season with a 42-18 victory down here in Stearns. And folks, until next Friday night, God bless America and take care of each other.